All right, 90 seconds. The following is a special presentation of the Boomer Sports Network.
Ring your bell, stomp your feet. Everybody get ready for the Omaha Beef.
Armstrong back his own end zone. He wants to throw deep up the near sideline. He has a man. It's complete. Are you kidding me? It's complete down to the 1 yard line. He's going downfield. He has a man, but it's short. It's intercepted.
You can't throw a pass to a fat guy.
Jordan out to the 15, cuts to the left, has a hole. Here he goes once again, the kicker to beat. And for the second time in a row, Dorton returns it all the way for a touchdown. The snap, placement's down, the kick is blocked. It's blocked. It's out of play. And it took 22 years of aging, but the Beef are now graded champions.
Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football is brought to you on the Boomer Sports Network by Amanda Spencer State Farm, All-American Insurance, The Amazing Pizza Machine, Anybody Supplements, B. Douglas Construction, Beyond Golf, Bright Eyes, Bright Minds, Carps Exteriors, Complete Fitness, Crown Property Management, DBS, Dean Snyder Construction, DG3 Construction, El Caribe, Eternal Tattoo, Evans Custom Apparel, Fazoli's, GBR, Guardian Windows, Home Matters Construction, Horsepower Realty, Hyde Slides, IAMS, Jerseys, JT Auto Body, Kelly Engineering, Last Time Exteriors, Lifestyles, Midwest Poured Walls, Midwest Quality Insulation, Midwest Title Company, Mike Jansen Custom Decks, the Nebraska Apartment Association, OCB Plumbing, OK Omaha Real Estate, Quality Fence, R Mechanical, See the Trainer, South O Roofing, T's Auto and Truck Sales, TO5 Bollywood, The Bullet Hole, The Garage Company, The Pit Barbecue Lounge, Titanium, Tracy's Collision Center, Treat Electric, Universal Bank and Trust, the Asthma and Allergy Center, Kelly Engineering, Gateway Electric, and Universal Trucks.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Omaha Beef Pregame Show, presented by the Boomer Sports Network. For the last time this season, I am your pregame hype man, Richard Tiemann, and for the last time this season, your Omaha Beef are in action. It's the 2023 CIF season finale, Champions Bowl 8. Every season it comes down to just two squads, and it's been the same the last 3 seasons running. The Salina Liberty and your Omaha Beef. The two square off inside the padded walls, but only one will hoist that trophy high above their heads once the clock hits all zeros. Last year it was the Liberty, and the year before that it was the Beef. Both were the first title in franchise history for Salina and Omaha as they look to claim their second in what some could say is a best-of-3 series. You don't get many of those in the world of football, but what better stage than the championship? Most people don't like rematches unless it's boxing, MMA, or my personal favorite, WWE. But you can't argue that the last 2 meetings for the title between these two have been nothing short of championship caliber. Instant classics, the kind of games you hope to see for the championship. Just 5 points have separated these two from the ultimate prize in the CIF the last 2 meetings. Even their regular season matchups have been some of the best in the league. In fact, the Beef may be undefeated, but there's only been 2 teams they've defeated by less than 10 points all season, the Bandits and the Liberty. In the Beef's 24-year history, this is the 5th time they've been in the title game and technically the 2nd time they've hosted one. But this is the first Champions Bowl to be decided in the Slaughterhouse at Liberty First Credit Union Arena in Omaha, Nebraska. For the Liberty, this is the 4th Champions Bowl in a row they find themselves in, and 4 total as a franchise. Neither has a very good win percentage in the big game, but the last 2 have been against each other, and now we're making it a hat trick. Someone's gotta win a 2nd title tonight. For Huron O'Neill and his Liberty, they're pretty used to being in the last game of the season by now. O'Neill is a Hall of Fame coach who made his mark early in his career up in Billings, which was just the start of the indoor football we know today. Now he's looking to make a different kind of mark with Salina, a dynasty. 2 trophies in the last 4 title games is certainly a strong argument, or tonight could be 2 in the last 3, back to back. But I do think 3 would have been an even better one. I digress. But the man knows how to coach what he's got to work with. He is the 2nd most winningest coach in CIF history, after all. The last time these 2 met was in the regular season, and he did not have quarterback Ed Crouch at his disposal. That's nothing new for Huron, as he always seems to shuffle the deck at QB every season. But the Liberty are 5-0 since Crouch took over as the signal caller. The Liberty will also have a familiar face in running back Tracy Brooks back in the lineup tonight. He was league MVP in 2021, but did not play in last year's championship game, though Salina was still victorious. For the Beef, these aren't exactly uncharted waters for Rayshon Kaiser either. Him and his OC Mike Tatum have both been a part of championship teams in different indoor leagues, and just like the playoffs, they know what's at stake tonight. When it comes to quarterbacks, Tommy Armstrong has been as advertised, if not better. He's the kind of quarterback you want on your team. Young, talented, accurate, a leader in the locker room, and thankfully, he's been that every game this season. The Beef don't appear to have the same issue like Salina does at quarterback, if you want to call it an issue. In fact, Andrew Jackson was the quarterback on that 2021 championship team for Omaha. The only quarterback to start an entire season for the same team. There's a fun fact for you. But it's not just Tommy at quarterback, or the Omaha offense for that matter. The Beef have become the standard for defense in the CIF. Or should I say, the Beefense is the standard. They're led by 3-time Defensive Player of the Week, Ja'Shawn Washington. 54 tackles, 8.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, of which 3 were returned for a touchdown. Wow! And that is where I see the difference tonight. Who can not only create opportunities, but also capitalize off them. But statistics aside, this is a matchup of 2 teams who are more than just rivals. They're enemies. In the world of cinema, this is what you've spent the last 2 years of the franchise building up to. This is the clash of the 2 best teams in the CIF. Will it be perfection for the Beef in front of their home crowd, cementing their place in indoor football history? Or will the Liberty return the favor from 2021 and give the Beef not only their first loss, but the worst one of the year in their house? Will this be the start of Rayshon Kaiser's legacy and the birth of a dynasty in Omaha? Or will Huron O'Neill prove once again why he's one of the best to ever do it in indoor football and bring back-to-back titles to Salina? Who will claim their 2nd championship in franchise history? It's the CIF season finale. It's the Salina Liberty versus the Omaha Beef. It's Champions Bowl 8, and we're just moments away. Now, let's send it over to the voice of the Omaha Beef, Todd Walkenhorst. Take it away, Todd.
Thank you, Richard Tiemann, and welcome to Liberty First Credit Union Arena and playing the Salina Liberty. It's the last time we're going to say Liberty First, I think, here tonight. But Todd Walkenhorst, James Kerwin, and Kirk Heyer are here. We will bring them in here briefly. But it's Champions Bowl 8. It's the championship of the CIF and a special pregame show tonight. We will talk to both head coaches here in the pregame before we get started. When we come back, we'll talk to the head coach of the Salina Liberty, Hall of Famer of the IFL, Haran O'Neal. When we come back, you're listening to Omaha Beef, professional indoor football, and Champions Bowl number 8 all across the Boomer Sports Network.
At All American Insurance, our local independent agency is committed to providing a personalized consultation to ensure that we're protecting those things that matter most to our clients. We are licensed and experienced professionals, partnering with industry insurance companies and offering a broad range of insurance products. Visit aaiOmaha.com to see everything we have to offer for insurance, or give us a call at 402-932-1500 to get a quote.
It is expensive to buy a house right now in Omaha. We know, so you're looking to rent. Smart move, but you need to be smart with who you rent with. You need to check out Crown Property Management for your next rental. Professional property management, not just some landlords owning properties as a hobby. They take care of your issues and are fair and honest. AC goes out, they're on it. Roof leaks, just hit them up. Orange slime coming out of your sewer. We know nobody wants to deal with orange stuff. Find your next property at crownmanagementomaha.com. When looking for your next property, just look for the Crown.
Beyond Golf, located at 12040 McDermott Plaza in La Vista, opened its doors in 2009 in an effort to bridge the long seasonal gap to Midwest golfers. In 2012, the first major addition was our kitchen, and we haven't looked back since. Beyond Golf features indoor golf on some of the world's most famous courses. Enjoy a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere, complete with a full bar, gourmet food menu, and big screen TVs. Book your tea time online or drop in for one of our craft cocktails, craft beer on draft, or delicious food items. Visit our website at www.beyondgolf.com or by calling us at 402-916-4727.
State Farm Insurance agent Amanda Spencer is not only a proud sponsor of the Omaha Beef, but also the proud sponsor of the honorary Family of the Game at all Omaha Beef home games that recognizes those who give back to our community. Amanda and her staff serve the entire states of Nebraska and Iowa, so call her today at 402-346-5553 for a free quote on your car, home, renters, life, or business insurance needs. You can also visit her website at aSpencerInsurance.com. State Farm agent Amanda Spencer, proud sponsor of your Omaha Beef.
Trust your home or business to the licensed and insured electricians at Gateway Electric. They are your go-to electricians for jobs of all sizes, lighting upgrades, new wiring, panel upgrades, and more. Contact Gateway Electric today to get the quality work that you deserve. 402-690-4588 or online at gatewayelectricne.com. Join us here on the line. It's the head coach of the Salina Liberty. We don't usually get to talk to the opposing teams, but it's not always Champions Bowl. We go out of our way to bring in both coaches for this. He's an IFL Hall of Famer. He's an IFL champion as a coach. He's a CIF champion coach and appearing his fourth straight CIF championship game. He's got rings for both hands. Coach Haran O'Neal, thank you for joining us here before the game.
Thank you again for having me. I definitely appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, this has been quite the season for you guys. You've gone to the Champions Bowl for the fourth straight year, but I think this year, observing it, it's been different for you guys. I mean, I don't want to say you had to work a little bit harder, but for the casual observer who's been watching the season, I think if you saw the Liberty early, it was a little surprising when the dust all settled and you were 8-2, you had the number 2 seed, and you're right there in position to make this run into the championship game. May not have got as many style points this year, but there's not a column for style points, just W's and L's.
Well, no, there's no such thing as style points when it comes to this right here. You just want to win. And earlier on, like you said, definitely was different from what we had in the past as far as, have to build the team as the season went on. You do that every season, but I've never done this many transactions in a season. So it was definitely way more difficult than it's ever been for me. Relying on a lot of different resources to help me get ball players and the type ball players we needed to have in here to make that turn. And the good thing about it is we used the Omaha game as that measuring stick game of what we needed to go out and try to bring back to have a chance against them if we've ever, got a chance to face them again. So it was definitely difficult. It was a long haul, and I'm just glad that it did at least end up in the national championship game. And now we just got to make the adjustments and get ready to play against a very talented Omaha team, very well coached, and a great organization that's been around for over 30 years of indoor football. So can't wait to go and compete.
I'm involved in a lot of personnel stuff, not necessarily with the team this year, but the leagues. Always observe, what's going on there. And that was the thing that stuck out was you mentioned the number of transactions that you did early on. I know you just did not have the team that you wanted at the beginning of the year. Lots of reasons for that. I mean, some good reasons, some bad reasons, but I know the first few weeks you did not necessarily have the personnel that you were hoping to have. You got there about 4 or 5 weeks in, and a lot of it started with you getting your quarterback for the season. You had Crouch. Talk about that whole process of finally getting that personnel where you needed it.
Well, again, like after we faced you guys is when we did what we needed to do, finding our quarterback. That game taught us a lot of what we needed. I've been trying to get Ed Crouch for 2 years now. So finally the stars aligned correctly, and we were able to get him. And that was one of the biggest pieces that we had to pick up and stabilize in that offense is a guy that can do a lot of different things. He can run every play in the playbook. There's no play that he can't do. Supremely talented, as well as very smart and cerebral. So it's good to have him on board. But he was definitely the biggest piece that we had to bring in offensively. Then getting Kamali, later on in the season to come back, after 2 years being in the fan control league as well as the XFL. He was the only player chosen out of CIF that year in 2019 to go to the XFL. They're lucky enough to get him back to stabilize our offensive line, and then just bringing in a couple rookies there on the defensive side of the ball to help us out there as well. So, but I would say those would be the two biggest pieces that we picked up was Kamali as well as Ed Crouch.
4th straight Champions Bowl appearance, and I think any league, any sport, you don't accidentally go to championship games, and it takes work. And to do 4 of them in 4 separate seasons in a row, I mean, that shows some consistency and, probably culture and the benefits of your program. You've got a nice mix. Like you said, you got some new talent in there, but you also got some veterans who've been through this before. Talk about, some of the guys that have been around for this run and how they're feeling going into this one. Again, kind of a little bit differently than the last couple of years.
Well, one, we got Tracy Brooks this year,
right,
which we have him for the championship game last year. So very happy to have him healthy. Like he said today, he was like, this is the healthiest I've been in any of our 4 national championship games. So that was huge that's what we've been wanting to do, and we finally was able to do that. He's a big part of what we do offensively. And then, D. Wash is another guy that, healthy finally and ready to go as well. Ed Smith back healthy again. So peaking at the right time, and those are key components of our offense that were here last year. To have D-Trey healthy, he wasn't healthy those previous 2 championship games. He's 100% healthy now. Will definitely help us out there in the secondary, as well as having Travis healthy. Travis was not healthy the last 2 championships as well. So for having these guys that's been through the wars, they've been there, done that, to finally have Keenan Gibbs, back and fully committed to what we're trying to do here and back into the scheme of things. Those were big parts of what we used last year to help us win. and they're healthy now. So I'm very happy about that.
Got a healthy team, as you mentioned. Yeah, Tracy Brooks, that's a big piece. It'll be interesting to see him out there. It's a different team than Omaha saw back in April with him and Ed Crouch and all the other personnel moves that you made. So it's not the same Salina Liberty team. It's part 3, obviously, Champions Bowl, 3 of them in a row now between these two teams, and, some people may think it's a little stale, but, I think the great thing about it is when a champion gets to actually defend it, and if, Salina wins it again, they did the defense. If Omaha gets it, they beat the champions just like Salina did the year before, had the chance to take the champions out themselves. To me, it's a good thing.
I love it. What it shows is the two organizations. One, led with our 5 owners that we have here, Francis Black, spearheading everything as our GM. But it also shows what Omaha brings to the table. With Ricky Burke there as the owner, and then they have people like you working there, helping them out there. They got Nick up there. That's my man right there, very smart person. And you got Jeff Sprouse, who's been around forever. So it just shows the stability in which you guys have done well, keeping that front office together through all the different things, COVID and all this other stuff that went down. Look at the two teams that came out of COVID and have put themselves in great position to be in these championship games. It shows a lot of, intestinal fortitude to fight through there, to get back there year after year after year with different personnel, different coaches, different things of that nature. But the thing that stayed true is, that front office there in Omaha is real deal. And it shows. And that's why you guys are there. And, this office here, with Flax, leading the charge here, doing the things we needed to do to get ourselves back there as well. And, you got Dan Keyboard, Dan Mendocino, Jimmy Sponder, Tom Perez, all of those guys, Big Roy, that are still the same owners from, 4 or 5 years ago. That stability is why you have these games like this, and you have these two organizations competing again for another championship. And I love it. I don't think it gets stale at all, especially if I'm in it. So I'm not going to ever say it's stale if I'm in it.
Something's going right. It's the two winningest teams in the CIF over the last 4 years. Salina 37-12, Omaha 36-13. It's always a good show when these two teams hit the field. Looking forward to seeing it. Appreciate you spending some time with us. Travel safely and good luck.
Thank you, and looking forward to seeing you up there. Thanks again for the invite.
That's the head coach of the Salina Liberty, good friend of ours. Always great to talk with him, one of the true professionals in this business, Haran O'Neal. Caught up with him yesterday before Champions Bowl number 8. When we return, we'll talk to the head coach of the Omaha Beef. He's undefeated so far. Ray-Sean Kaiser trying to make it a perfect 12-0 and bringing a second championship back to Omaha. We'll be right back. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football and Champions Bowl number 8 all across the Boomer Sports Network.
Since 2013, Infusion Brewing Company has been brewing up some of the finest locally produced beers. Visit them at one of their tap rooms near 118th and Harrison, or at their Benson location at 61st and Maple. Be sure to look for Infusion Brewing Company beers in 6-pack cans or on tap at retailers throughout the Midwest. Infusion Brewing Company. It's beer that brings us together. The Asthma and Allergy Center has been in the forefront of asthma and allergy research for more than 40 years. Dr. Ford and Dr. Brooks are currently enrolling patients for an asthma study. Qualifying participants will receive all study-related medical care, procedures, and study medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will also be provided. If you are 19 to 65 years old and have asthma, contact the research department at the Asthma and Allergy Center for more information, or find us at asthmaandallergycenter.com.
B. Douglas Construction offers full service construction and remodeling. If you dream it, B. Douglas Construction can and will build it. B. Douglas is an insured company providing construction services for both residential and commercial properties. Check out all of their amazing services. Visit their website, bdouglasconstruction.com, or give their great staff a call at 402-885-8505.
Guardian Window Well Covers protects what you love most. Guardian Window Well Covers manufactures and installs heavy-duty polycarbonate window well covers for basement egress windows. If you are wanting to learn more about Guardian Covers features, cover styles, and cost, visit their website at guardiancovers.com or give them a call at 402-557-0811.
The Garage Company has been serving the Omaha, Council Bluffs, and Lincoln area successfully for 19 years, building over 250 garages every year. As a homeowner, you will be in very good hands, beginning with our knowledgeable sales staff and all the way to the finish with our highly trained installers. See what we have to offer and get a free estimate at thegaragecompany.com.
Just before Champions Bowl number 8, it is in Omaha. It's Omaha Beef and the Salina Liberty with Omaha Beef head coach Ray-Sean Kaiser. It's finally game day. It's all the marbles in the CIF today. End of a season. It's been undefeated, but as you know, 12-0 is going to be a lot better than 11-1.
Oh, absolutely, and the guys know that. They locked in this week. We had a great week of practice, so I'm ready for these guys to go out here and execute the game plan and be champions tonight. Feel very confident going into this game, so just ready to go out there to see these guys have fun and embrace the moment.
We know that you are going to go and run your game plan. I mean, that's the biggest concern to you, and it's been effective throughout the season. It's amazing how many categories you guys lead, almost every defensive category, and a lot of the offensive categories as well. But bottom line, I think if I want to give Salina the edge, is they've been through more adversity would be the only, not the only thing, but one of the big things. Does that concern you at all? You've had a couple close games, but for the most part, you haven't had a lot.
Yeah, I was telling that to Coach Tatum. We haven't played from behind all season. That's my only concern. We haven't been behind, so we don't know what type of team we have when we're behind. We hope that's not the case in the championship game. We hope we just jump out on these guys and they chasing us. We got to get them out of their game and make them one-dimensional, especially on offense. They like to run the ball quite a bit, so we got to force them to be uncomfortable and pass the ball. That's something they don't want to do a lot of.
I think a really amazing stat as we got ready for this game is, I know you know this being defensive coordinator, plus 29 turnover margin this year. And that's second to, I think the next best team is 16, and it goes down from there. And Salina, I believe, is third at 6. I mean, that's a huge amount of turnovers coming back to you. It's 2.6 extra possessions per game. I don't want to oversimplify it, but I think that's the story of the game tonight. If you perform that like you have all year, you're going to have a good night.
Yeah, this game come down to the turnover margin, and we've been really good this year. Tommy does a great job taking care of the football on the offensive side, and we do a good job taking away the ball on the defensive side. So this game always comes down to pretty much who's take advantage and make the plays when they're there. And I feel like we had a good group of guys this year that make the plays when it's there. And like I said, I'm just excited for these guys to go out there and execute the game plan and be champions tonight.
Obviously, defense has registered a lot of takeaways. That's a lot of it. The other part, you just talked about Tommy on the offense. I mean, 4 interceptions through 11 games, and then on top of that, only 1 sack. That's your offensive line there. I mean, been very comfortable, and he's made a lot happen.
Yeah, Tommy had a great season. I ain't going to take nothing. I'm glad we got him here in Omaha. I was pushing really hard when I first got hired here to get him down here, and I'm glad we got him. He's a leader on the offensive side, should be MVP of the league, I feel, me personally. But, you know, he had a heck of a season. He leads that offensive group so well over there, him and Coach Tatum. They do a good job on the offensive side, so I'm just happy to have him here.
Talk about defensive side. I know you want to. I mean, all the turnovers, and I believe it's 17 interceptions on the season. No, it's 19. 25. Okay, I knew you know the stat. I just threw it out there. I was leading on there. Draco, though, with 13 of them. I do know that. Leads the league, and, again, leads by a huge margin. I believe 6 to the next one. What has he done, or what has he got on everybody else? Or is it just everything that's going on in front of him and mistakes being made, he's taking advantage?
He's definitely taking advantage, but Draco's just a playmaker. You know, I love Draco because he's just an all-around playmaker. He always finds himself around the ball, and he's going to make the play. That's what makes the difference between good DBs and great DBs. Draco going to find a way to make them plays. Other than that, all our other DBs, they do a good job, too, rallying to the ball and making them plays. But Draco just stood out. You know, he stood out quite a bit this year, and he led the lead in interceptions last year as well. So, you know, he's just an all-around playmaker, and I like that about him.
You know, circle all the way back to the opening of the season, something you and I talked about. We want to see how it play out. That's having a kicking game and playing the game traditionally with the extra points, kicking it, having your kicker on the roster. When you get down to it, it's the last 2 teams. They've kicked about 75 or 80% of the extra points in this league. It's the same mindset, and I guess this was a fun little experiment, these extra points in the CIF, but it came down to playing fundamental football and doing it the traditional way.
Yeah, me and Coach O, we kind of think the same as far as field goal kicks. I feel like kickers are very important in this game. It's always good to have that option to go for 2, 3, or 4 points if we need to. I like that rule, but I don't think kickers should be taken out the game, I feel personally. And you see, the best 2 kickers in the league is the last 2 teams standing. So it shows how important kickers are. And Paul won us quite a few games this year based on his kicking. So I'm going to be a firm believer on kickers until the day I die, probably.
This has been a rivalry, these two teams, obviously 3 Champions Bowls in a row, a lot of history just in the last 5 years. Between these two teams, you've only been here for 1 game personally. You've seen, though, it gets a little emotional between these teams. I think that's something that, Salina's got really nothing to lose to the underdogs coming in here. How do you keep your team focused and tell them to stay cool and not make any mistakes on the field that's going to result in basically stupid penalties?
Same thing I said last week. We just want to take this one play at a time. Know it's a big game. It's going to be a lot of emotions going on throughout the game. Big rivalry game. They feel like they should have beat us when we went up there earlier in the season. So I know they're going to come ready to play. Coach O'Neal going to have them boys ready to play over there. So we ready for a dogfight. They're going to give us everything they have. They have nothing to lose. They're underdogs, and we know that. So we got to come ready to play, match their intensity, and like I said, just come out and execute the game plan, and we'll be all right.
Head coach of the Omaha Beef, Rayshon Kaiser, Champions Bowl number 8, looking for the perfect season, bringing the title back to Omaha. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it.
Well, that is both of the head coaches as we are finishing up opening ceremonies. Champions Bowl number 8, the Omaha Beef and the Salina Liberty, representing the best 2 teams in the CIF for the 3rd year in a row. Bring in my partners, the coach, James Kerwin. Kirk Heyer is along as well here tonight, and I'll tell you what, you're feeling it. It's getting fired up in here, and specific issue to Omaha. You can relate to this. Got a championship game here. The College World Series is going on at the same time, and a lot of times Omaha will get in the playoffs with that home game and just don't get people here. I can't believe how the arena is filling out tonight. Looks good, and a lot of Salina fans here too.
Yeah, great crowd, considering they had the World Series going on right now. But this has been an exciting crowd. This is a really good environment tonight. That's probably the loudest Beef I've heard with the national anthem in a long time. So they're pumped up. The Beef players are pumped up. Salina looks great out there. We're ready for a great game.
And Kirk, talking to both of these coaches, you can tell it's 2 of the best coaches in the CIF this season, if not overall. I mean, Heron O'Neal's resume, we can't talk enough about it, but you listen to both of them, and it really gets you fired up, ready to play tonight.
Well, it really did, and Coach O'Neal was who took away a lot of my talking points, because the last 4 games in this season, we played against Salina. 3 of them have been down there. We lost in the semifinals when they went out and played Albuquerque and then won. Then we came back and won. Last year we were down in Salina, and we had such a good feeling. We were 13 points ahead at halftime. I said, the Wormers' turn. We're going to do it. And they may come in, made some changes. Crouch, since he come in at quarterback, they've been 5-0. They had 2 losses up this season, and then Tracy Brooks is a heck of a football player.
On paper, you look at the stats. I was going through it, getting ready for this game. I knew Omaha has been dominant in a lot of categories, especially defensively and offensively as well. They're right up there as well. On paper, Omaha looks like they win this game. You talk to people, everybody seems to be picking Omaha. But as we know, games are not won on paper. They're won on the internet and on YouTube. That's how we're going to decide this here tonight.
Right.
But when we look at things, I'll tell you one thing, just kind of sum it up, that it is kind of eerie to me. You go back 2 years ago if you're an Omaha fan, and the roles are almost identically reversed. You have a Salina team that goes 9-1. Everybody's picking the Liberty. Everybody around the Liberty was ready to celebrate that championship down there. Omaha not given a chance at all. Salina was the better team going into that game. Omaha came home with the cup. You wonder, if some of that could happen. We talked about Omaha not being in a lot of games with a lot of adversity this season.
Right, so let's start with that, right? So Omaha's had a great season. Undefeated, not really challenged from what I've seen. There's been a couple games that are pretty close with some snafus, strategically with other teams. But Omaha has been playing great football all year long, and it starts with Tommy Armstrong. If you have to control him if you're Salina. You can't control Tommy, you're going to lose this football game. However, now you go to Salina's side, you start with Coach O'Neill. Coach O'Neill has been in this game a long time, and he's won championships in the IFL, and he's won championships in the CIF. He knows how to put a roster together when it counts. And Kirk made a great point. You're talking about Tracy Brooks. That kid has been a workhorse for Salina in the last couple of years, and now he's in the fold. Then you talk about Crouch, the quarterback. I hadn't had a chance to see this kid play yet, but watching him in pregame warm-ups, man, I'm impressed. He's calm, he's cool, he's collected, he's got a quick release. I think that is probably the Achilles heel for Omaha's defense is that short passing game. Let's see how Salina attacks that tonight.
Ed Crouch was the quarterback champion in the Fan-Controlled Football League a year ago. You may remember him with the Wichita Force in the CIF previously. Made his way to Salina, and that's really been the missing piece. We talked about in the pregame, all the personnel Salina had to go through, but Perron O'Neill got to where he wanted, and since he brought in Ed Crouch and the other moves, and coincidentally, since they played Omaha, they're 5-0 on the season to finish out.
And you know, the fact we got our kicking game, Paul Ortiz, great deal. We watched last week, we put the Salina game with Gillette, and here again, they were behind, and just like Gillette's kicking game let them down, and Salina came back to win.
Go back to the coaching, any level of football, I mean, above high school on up, I should say. You get to the big game, and when you have coaches and coordinators that are very good, they pull something out of their pocket in the game plan. You know, defensively, they throw in a blitz or coverage that they haven't shown all season. On offense, they pull out a couple gadget plays or formations that they haven't shown all year. And that sometimes is a difference as well. It's something I definitely expect to see from Salina, and probably Omaha's got a few plays. We know they have not emptied the playbook this season. You know, we've seen that based on the games.
Well, Coach O'Neill, again, going back to his experience, you know, I've known Coach O'Neill since he played with the Milwaukee Mustangs back in the early 2000s.
Whoa.
I've seen him grow as a coach, grow as a championship coach. There's no better out there. A guy I would love to work with. I think he brings a lot of elements to the table that helps the team when you're in a situation like this that's even. Again, Kirk makes another great point, though. Talking to the special teams coordinator of Salina before the game, we talked about Paul Ortiz and how great of a kicker he is. That could come down to that in this game. And what Paul's really good at, yes, he can kick the PATs and the long field goals that put him in good field position, but man, he can kick that ball off, and he puts a spin on it, which makes it really hard to return on kickoff returns.
We have seen the coverage team benefit from that. As you said, things that are not showed on the stat page is that coverage, the making them run around, try to avoid the rouge, long field coming out. Afterwards, we've seen a lot of that. Omaha's benefited on the third side of the ball this season, Kirk.
The other thing we said, the last 3 games in a row, our first possession, touchdown. We had the lead after our first possession. So it's good to see. And like I say, we all know, it's just, I'm being redundant saying, Tommy Armstrong makes a difference.
Well, it's the whole team. We've been seeing it last week in the second round game against Billings. In fact, Omaha had 10 points before Billings even got the ball, thanks to a muffed punt as well. Teams are on the field. We are ready to go. The coin has been tossed. Omaha has won the coin toss. Here in Champions Bowl number 8, they have decided to defer until half number 2, and they will kick off. And the crowd is on their feet, and we are ready to get going with Champions Bowl number 8. It's the third meeting between these two teams. Each has been victorious. Omaha champions of Champions Bowl 6. Salina returned the favor. They took Champions Bowl 7. Both of those were at the Tony's Pizza Palace in Salina. We are here in Ralston, and we are underway. Ortiz puts a squib kick. It bounces through Brooks. It goes to the back wall. You talked about it. Can he get it out? He cannot. And Omaha has 1 point to start the game with a rouge, and you just talked about that. And you talked about it. It was a little spin. He did a squib kick, got between the legs of the 2021 MVP, and Omaha took advantage.
You know, it's like Paul Ortiz is that special pool player, right? He puts that special spin on the ball. When that thing starts to bounce on the turf, you just have no idea where that's going to go. What a wicked kick.
Enjoy him this year because he's too good for this league. I doubt we see him in Omaha.
Yeah, an IFL team, you're listening up, boy. You better brat this guy.
I'm guessing he's going to be on IFL roster as soon as next weekend. He's put on that good of numbers here in the CIF. So Salina on offense first. They are trailing 1-0 as we get started. They're moving left to right on your Boomer radio dial. They're in their road whites with the red, white, and blue trimmed all around. Omaha's gone with the all blacks, orange helmet, orange rubles here tonight. First down, Crouch out of his own end zone, a nice quick out to get started. He completes it to the near side to Ed Smith Jr. Quick, nice, easy pass to get him settled.
Yeah, it looks like Omaha's trying to defend Tracy in the back rail there, Tracy Brooks. With that little two-man in a box. So quick hitch, I think that's what Crouch is good at, with quick release.
Ed Crouch on the season. Good form, but only a 58.2% completion rating. They're going to try to put him in favorable positions. He completes the first pass for 5 yards. It's second down and 5 for the Liberty. High motion out of the slots, and it's intercepted! It's intercepted! It's coming back! It's Journey Sloan, and he takes it to the 5, excuse me. It was not Journey Sloan on that. Jumping that route for Omaha was Draco Statham. They switched numbers again on us. He was wearing 17, he's wearing 6, and no surprise there. Interception number 14 on the season.
Yeah, that's Omaha got in that doubles, Salina got in that doubles look, and Omaha took the gamble off that hitch, where Crouch has been throwing this whole pregame, so that's something they were working on.
What a start for Omaha. 1 point on the Rouge, an interception on the second play. It is first and goal from the 5-yard line. Omaha has been lights out in the end zone, over 90%. High snap, fakes it. Armstrong keeps it, has room, and he's in the end zone. And Tommy Armstrong has the fans on their feet as he throws the ball into the stands. And the Beef are out in front, 7-0. And what a first 4 plays of Champions Bowl number 8.
I was going to quiz you on what the first play was going to be. We've seen that about every game. Touchdown, Tommy.
So far, too easy for Omaha.
Yeah, perfect execution on the block there for Tommy. Perfect execution.
Tommy Armstrong on the rush from 5 yards out. He picks up his 18th rushing touchdown of 2023, his 49th touchdown overall. Paul Ortiz comes in. They'll try the traditional extra point. He puts it right between the uprights. And with 12:35 remaining here in the opening quarter of play, everything is gone Omaha's way. They are out in front 8-0. You could not have scripted a better start as Omaha's taken the early lead here in Champions Bowl number 8. We'll be right back. You're listening to Omaha Beef Football and the Champions Bowl here on the Boomer Sports Network.
OCB Plumbing provides complete residential and commercial plumbing services throughout the Omaha and surrounding areas. Go to ocbplumbing.com to see a complete list of services, including 24/7 emergency service, water heaters, drain cleaning, leak repairs, new construction, and much more. You can even go online and chat live with us during normal business hours or submit a request for a quote. Call us at 402-915-2622. OCB Plumbing, finding and solving your plumbing problems at a fair and honest price.
Back at Ralston, a quick start for Omaha. Everything's gone right for the Beef, and they have momentum to say the least. Ron O'Neill's going to have to keep his team settled down and not get shaken up.
Yeah, that's the thing again. You know, the veteran coach and Juan's got to get these guys all settled down, get a nice little drive going.
Squib kick, it's fielded. Nope, it's still on the ground. Omaha had a shot at it, and they did not get it. Tracy Brooks finally brought it in, but wow.
Paul Ortiz is a master at putting a spin on that football. I'm telling you, it is really, really difficult for them to field that football.
When Tracy Brooks can't pick up the ball, I know an up man hit that. We're not talking about a slouch back there. We're talking about experienced returner, longtime veteran in this league in the 2021 CIF MVP. Long field again for Salina on their second possession of the game. They'll start at their own 9-yard line, now trailing by 8. And they just need a positive drive here and try to get this crowd settled back down because they are on their feet and making some noise here at the Slaughterhouse. High motion, they'll keep it on the ground on first down. Nothing doing. They were waiting for Tracy Brooks. They met him in the backfield, 2 yards deep, took him down, lost on the play.
Yeah, this little gun read run that just gave it inside zone to their back. I mean, Omaha was right on it. They're playing a dive right away.
Oh my goodness, you talk about momentum. We're in the opening 3.5 minutes here at the Slaughterhouse. It has been all Omaha so far. second down and 12 now for Salina. They're back at their own 7-yard line. Reminder, these Liberty are the defending CIF champions. They are champions till they are no longer. Drops back, Ed Crouch of his own end zone, has time. Now comes the rush. He wants to go deep, man-on-man coverage, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted once again. It's Statham. Here he comes to 10, the 15. He has blockers. Midfield, 20, 15. Tries to stay on his feet. Flag way behind the play. Either way, Omaha's going to keep this, and can you believe it? Draco Statham, 2 interceptions to start the game. That's 15 interceptions on the season. It will come back. We said there's a flag on the return, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was Crouch put that up put a lot of air on that ball. It was hanging up there for a long time. Gave the DB a chance to come underneath it at a high point. The penalty will be on Omaha. One of the players jumped out of the box during the play.
So it won't be on a play. It'll just be a sideline warning because of that. And they will get the ball at the Salina 15-yard line. Ed Crouch, in 5 games, only 4 interceptions on the season. In those 5 games, he's thrown 2 in the first 2 series here in Omaha. Short field for Omaha once again. They've only run 1 play on offense. It was a scramble by Tommy Armstrong for a touchdown from 5 yards out in their opening possession. We have a stoppage here real quick. But when we reboot, we'll start at the Salina 15-yard line.
We can say this, a couple lug nuts are loosened on the wheels right now of Salina.
Boy.
They've got to get that thing tightened up because Omaha scores here, but it's going to be a tough road coming back on that defense.
Omaha fans have a lot of pent-up frustration in this rivalry. It seems like most of the games have been played in Salina the last few years. The games that have counted have been played in Salina throughout the years. And they've been close. They haven't gone their way. And they're not going to let off the gas, even though these coaches and all the players but 4 were not part of this rivalry before this season.
Well, and even the Salina fans hassled us last year, Todd.
Well, I mean, that just comes with the territory. Officials are still discussing. I'm not sure why. They decided to have a conference.
The player did come off the bench on the field. I'm not sure if that's something they're discussing.
Yeah, if they want to allocate the penalty differently, and it looks like now maybe they will as they're backing Omaha up.
Yeah, that's something they're going to look at. He definitely was. I think it was 71 for Omaha. Offensive lineman there.
So now they're discussing it on the near side. Running the clock tonight is the director of officiating for the CIF, so he gets a front row seat. And actually, Randy Hagedorn's our white hat here tonight, discussing it on the sideline there. And they will bring it back after that penalty. And Omaha will start their own 15-yard line. So 10:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Omaha, 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions by Draco Statham. They lead 8-0. Look at this. Tommy Armstrong's going to go under center with the lone back on first down. Play action, downfield, plenty of time, has a man up the board. It's complete. Oh, nice shoestring tackle. But Terrence Tolbert McIntyre picks up 12 yards on the carry, or on the completion, and again, found some open room, and Armstrong nailed him.
Great protection. I mean, you're going to give Tommy protection like that all night long. He'll pick you apart, and then if you don't, he's going to be running on you. Armstrong's
only been sacked 1 time this season through 11 games, and with protection like that, you see one of the reasons why. Fresh set of downs. There's the Salina 23. Pistol formation for Armstrong. And they hand it off to Tobias Taylor. Look at him bounce around. He's still on his feet. He gets inside the 10-yard line. Boy, are we seeing second efforts and momentum from these plays. This Omaha Beef crew is fired up tonight.
He told that defensive back, I got something for you.
Tobias Taylor, 6 foot 225, College of Notre Dame. He picks up another dozen. It's first and goal from the 10. Under 10 minutes to go, Omaha looking to add to an 8-point advantage. Empty backfield for Armstrong. 3 wideouts to his near side, 1 on the far side. McIntyre play action. They look, and the pass is just short in the end zone. It's incomplete. It's the first negative play offensively for Omaha in this ball game. It'll be second down and goal.
Yeah, it looked like Tommy's trying to get that short corner. A little dangerous on that. Salina could have been on that.
Crowd even turning off the noise with Omaha on offense. It's night and day compared to when that defense has been on the field so far in this contest. Here we go again, 2nd down and 10, approaching 9 minutes to go. They'll line up too high on the far side. Tobias Taylor in the backfield with Armstrong. He fakes it, Taylor. Armstrong's got it, 10-5, lunges to the end zone, reaches over. The ball's loose, it's in the end zone. They're going to call it a fumble.
That was real close. Real
I
close.
think they let that play go. It's been recovered by Salina and a touchback for the moment, but Randy Hagedorn's already going to the bench. And I think that's one of those plays that they knew, we'll let it go, not call it dead, and then check it out on the replay, I would assume. Oh my goodness, look at that, there's a score bug on the screen. Where'd that come from? I didn't know they're gonna have that tonight. Surprise.
What'd you find?
The scoreboard's on the,
Oh,
yeah.
how about that?
You know, I've been getting some calls about that, too.
We've heard.
Yeah,
We're aware.
That was really,
Trust
really
us.
close. I think it's probably too close.
Challenge flags on the field.
Yeah.
I did not think that the officials would require Omaha to actually use one of their challenges. That's usually a play that the officials will go and check on their own, especially in a game like this. And white hat Randy Hagedorn will check it out on the near side. And obviously, needless to say, if Salina wants to stay in this game, this is a huge review right now.
But was the ball already in the end zone?
Couple things to look at. Did the
real
ball
close.
cross the plane? That would kill it. Be a touchdown for Omaha. Was Tommy Armstrong down? Did he have any knee or part of the body on the ground?
And
Hard to tell.
here's the problem with the arena cameras. I don't think they have a camera that's right on the goal line, so it's going to be tough for them to. They're going to have to probably go to call on the field, I would imagine.
Well, I have not seen any replays on the board either, which would indicate they may not have a camera angle. They may be actually watching the internet feeds down on the field. And if so, they're not going to have much more than what we are seeing from up high. And like you said, the call on the field is a fumble. They would need irrefutable evidence to overturn that. And it looks like they have made a decision. So Omaha had everything going their way, but it looks like this one will stand. And Salina's going to get the ball back.
And they'll get on the 5, correct?
They will get at their own 5-yard line on the touchback. But more importantly, obviously, keeping points off the board for Omaha. So a one-possession game still.
He's pushing the defense. Oh, there's a defense coming out.
So a lot of emotion and enthusiasm from Omaha to start this game, and maybe just tried a little too hard to get that ball over the goal line, and instead of tucking it in and playing for third down.
And here's where the calm, cool, and collected Ron O'Neill does his best stuff. Let's see what they do with the drive here.
Omaha's plus 29 on turnovers coming into this game. They turn it over here after getting 2 interceptions to start the game. So Salina trailing by 8. They'll start from their own 5-yard line. Crouch puts men into motion. Brooks in the backfield gets the ball. They hand it to him. He bounces around. He picks up a tough 5 or 6 yards. Good run by Tracy Brooks. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
They're seeing something in there. That's some tight spaces there for Tracy Brooks to run through. But boy, he runs hard. He's a dangerous back.
142 carries for 637 yards on the year. 19 rushing touchdowns for Tracy Brooks. The ball's at the 11-yard line. It's 2nd down and 4. Approaching the halfway mark of quarter number 1 of Champions Bowl number 8. High motion near side. Crouch fakes the pitch, and it's in and out of the hands of a wide open receiver for Salina. Anthony Love out of Oklahoma State was all by himself, but was running before he got the ball and didn't bring it in. Incomplete.
It's actually a great route concept. They're running some stuff over the top, running a shallow crosser where the Mike linebacker blitz. That's something they can kind of come back to if Omaha gets aggressive with their pressure game in the Mike.
Yeah, because he hesitated on that route. He cleared it out and came back across.
3rd down and 4 for Salina. 36% conversion percentage for Salina. on the year, 26 of 72 on down number 3. They need 4 yards here. Here comes the rush. Crouch rushes out of it. He runs upfield. He does have the first down. There's a flag on the play on the near side, and they push him into the boards on the far side. For the moment, it's a big gain and a first down, but we'll see what this flag well away from the play was and if they'll bring this one back. Both teams pointing at the other team as officials discuss it.
Yeah, I didn't see. Did you see it, Kirk?
No, I didn't see the call.
The play went
Looks
away
like
from
Omaha's
the
pretty upset about something. So
from the sideline, and the flag was on the near side. You wonder if this is one of those blindside blocks away from the ball, and we'll find out right here. And the officials are directing. It's holding on the defensive holding. That'll be a penalty. That'll be declined. The referee microphone is not working if you're wondering what's going on. And that's why Randy Hagedorn is coming to the sideline to make the announcements of the penalties as they tried to get that wireless working before the game.
So we got, what was the call again, Todd?
Defensive holding away from the ball.
Yeah. Number 4, I believe. So that would have been.
I guess they tacked that on to the end of the play. Ball's at the 7-yard or the 9-yard line. It's first and goal for the Liberty. A chance to get back, maybe tie this thing up. Pitch outside to Brooks. He spins around, now gets stacked up for a loss. He loses a couple of yards on the play as the defense swarms and brings him down. It'll be second down and goal from the 11.
Yeah, that toss play is going to be tough against that Omaha defense as fast as they are on the perimeter.
You know, all the last 3 or 4 years when we've played Salina, we've always talked about goal number 1 was stopping Tracy Brooks. If you stop Tracy Brooks, you're going to have a good night. He starts getting loose, putting it up yard. It's going to be a long night.
Yes.
And he looks like the highest priority so far as he's had tough running here in the opening period against Omaha. High motion far side, second and goal. They put a pass towards the corner, tight coverage, and incomplete. It'll be third and goal.
Beef defensive backs, good job there. Little switch route that Salina ran. They stay disciplined with their key reads, staying home on their reads there. Good job there.
Intended receiver is Demarius Washington. Top receiver for Salina. That's one of those players that Haran O'Neill said is healthy. Was not last year. So talking to both coaches, both squads seem to be in good health here tonight. And both teams putting a full squad on the field. Third and goal, 11 yards out. Crouch steps up in the pocket. He's going to run for it, and he's going to be short as he's thrown in the boards at the 3-yard line and then spikes the ball in the middle of the field, which should be a penalty. That's what Omaha's asking about there. He didn't score. He's not celebrating. He did that in frustration, and no flag comes out. It will be fourth down for Salina, and they'll leave the offense on the field. You can see the frustration for Ben Crouch. He gets the fourth down play from Haran O'Neill and comes back to the huddle. The Liberty on fourth down this season, 40% conversion, 43 of 78. They are 6th in the CIF. And the officials now are having another discussion as they've called a legal block now on Omaha.
25's not running either.
Well, that's because of the penalty. There's no flag, and now they have an illegal block called, which will give them another shot at this. Called a legal block in the back. There's no flag on the field. They came out afterwards and decided to put a penalty on the play. They decline, or excuse me, they accept the penalty, which eliminates the Crouch run to the 3. Instead, take the half the distance to the goal. They put the ball on the 5, but it's now third down still. Actually, down marker says first down, so was that an automatic first down?
I don't know. There's a couple different things going on there.
I don't know. We need to find out. Under center, there's movement on the line. There's the flags. They stopped this one. There'll be a false start on Salina as they'll back it up. So we got scoreboard says second down. The sticks. I can't tell. Does that? It says first down.
Yeah.
I thought it was third down. I guess it's first down, so I guess they got an automatic first down with a penalty.
Huh. How about that?
That's odd. Yeah. And now with the false start, they'll back it up. It will be first and goal from the 10-yard line.
It's actually more of an advantage for Salina to have some more room to work with here. The closer they get to that goal line, it gets really tough against that Omaha defense.
Salina in the red zone this year, 46 of 56, 82%. They are number 2 in the CIF, only behind Omaha. First down once again. They toss it out to Brooks. Brooks tries to cut back inside, and he's hit in the backfield, picks up a yard after it's all said and done. It'll be second down and goal from about 8 or 9 yards out.
Yeah, that's about probably the technique they're probably going to what they're going to have to use strategy-wise is having Tracy kind of cut back against that aggressive front of the Omaha. They're getting outside. They're getting to that punch so quick on the reach that it's impossible for him to get to the perimeter. Tracy Brooks, the running back.
Second down and goal. The ball is at the 8-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go here in the opening period. Omaha out in front, 8-0. Crouch fakes it, falls down, and is hit on his way down. And the bodies pile up, but a loss on the play. He loses a couple yards back to the 11-yard line. It'll be third down and goal. Crouch kept that ball, and he fell down. I don't know if it's because he saw a player coming at him or if he lost his footing, but either way, it's going to be third and goal for Salina from the 11.
Man, that was a vicious hit on a linebacker from Omaha. I don't know if he was blitzing or if that was a read. Man, he came in there trucking.
Okay, James Black back in after suspension last week on that stop. And it's third down and goal from the 11. High motion far side. Crouch drops back, has time. Surveys the field, now getting chased around. Now he'll keep it himself. And now the pocket collapses on him. And he picks up a yard or two, but it's going to be fourth and goal from the 9-yard line. We're going to get his first chance to see Jimmy Kozalski try to put points on the board for Salina. Kozalski, a journeyman kicker throughout the indoor leagues. He's played on more teams than we could count, including Omaha at one point. He's had a pretty good season with Salina, 4 for 8 on field goals in 2023. His long is 36 yards. This one will be spotted at the 16-yard line, which will make this a 24-yard attempt to pull the Liberty within 5. Brooks is the holder. And we have a flag, and we're going to have a delay of game. And we're going to back it up 5 yards and make it a longer kick. You see the lineman for Salina actually back and yelling that they didn't get that off quick enough. If you watch Kozalski throughout the year, it's something we've always noticed. This is a kicker with a routine when he goes out there. He's not quick. And I think that's what the linemen were saying is you got to get out there and kick the ball and be ready to go. We can't take a penalty right there. We'll see if this costs them as it backs them up 5 yards. This will be a 28-yard kick now for Kozalski. As the crowd is alive here, you see that routine. He does that before every kick. Brooks awaits the snap, puts the ball down to kick us up, and that one is going to the left.
It's good.
Oh, he got right inside that upright. The official moved over to the left, and I thought he hooked it, but he did. He hooked it.
Yeah,
good.
Got it in there.
Style points. So, 2:21 remaining here. The Liberty on the board. Omaha 8, Salina 3. You're listening to Champions Bowl 8 here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Founded in 2016, IAMS Wealth Management is a service-oriented organization dedicated to supporting independent investment advisors who provide holistic fiduciary services to clients. We operate as the back-office support team for dozens of advisors throughout the country that are experienced in financial planning, investments, insurance, and more. With our assistance, they are equipped to focus their time and energy on what's most important, you and your needs. Call 888-255-7670 or visit our website at iamswealthmanagement.com.
Guardian Window Well Covers protects what you love most. Guardian Window Well Covers manufactures and installs heavy-duty polycarbonate window well covers for basement egress windows. If you are wanting to learn more about Guardian Covers features, cover styles, and cost, visit their website at guardiancovers.com or give them a call at 402-557-0811.
The HVAC guy you called says your system is shot and needs to be replaced. Get a second opinion. Call Titanium HVAC and they'll tell you whether you actually do need a replacement or just a repair. Titanium HVAC, where honesty and quality come standard. TitaniumOmaha.com.
Back at Ralston, Champions Bowl number 8. The defending champion Liberty are on the board with a field goal by Jimmy Kozalski, as they trail 8-3 with 2:20 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Kozalski puts the ball dead center on the goal line to kick it off to Omaha. As we have a high end-over-end kick, it is going to be fielded by Samuel at the 6-yard line. Out to the 10, spins around, gets stacked up at the 15, bounces outside, still on his feet. He has room to the 25 into Salina territory and inside the 20. A second life, as he thought he had been stacked up, but he bounces out of it and picks up another 15 yards. It's been good field position once again as they started every drive in Salina territory.
Yeah, I don't know how he got out of that.
Just kept them legs turning.
Special teams is just rolling for the Beef right now.
Omaha will start at the 19-yard line. This is actually the 19-yard line of Salina is the worst field position so far for Omaha in 3 possessions as we go under 2 minutes. Omaha 8, Salina 3. The last 2 champions of the CIF squaring off. See who gets their second title. High motion far side for Armstrong. Armstrong keeps it, wants to throw, has a man wide open there, and so can't rack it up. Threw it a little low as the ball got on the carpet. That's actually Aaron Jackson on offense.
Yeah, you got to open there.
Excuse me, that is Journey Sloan. We see the jerseys tucked under a little bit here, and couldn't get it to him. He was open, though. So second down and 10 for the Beef from the 19. Empty backfield for Armstrong. 2 wideouts to each side. They are high in the slots. They puts them into motion. Tobias Taylor on the run, gets the ball inside the 15 down to the 14. Give Taylor 5 yards.
Boy, that's tough to stop.
Or third down and 5.
That's tough to stop. He's coming in high motion, full speed, taking a handoff.
He's a downhill runner to begin with, right?
Yeah.
And he gets that high motion, and he's on his way. 3rd and 5 for Omaha. Ball's at the 14-yard line, trying to add to an 8-3 lead. Same formation for Omaha as they will do a Journey Sloan on the end around. They pitch it out to him. He gets near the first down marker. And I believe he's going to be a yard or 2 short. It'll be 4th down for Omaha.
Yeah, that's
final seconds of the quarter. We'll see if they wait to quarter number 2 to run this play.
Yeah, there's a 15 for Salina, but he's pretty upset, which he probably has pretty reason to be getting held there. So you're gonna have to keep your eye on that.
Armstrong looks at the clock and says, we will wait till quarter number 2 to run this 4th down play. We come back, it'll be 4th down and 2. Omaha trying to keep the drive alive and add to an 8-3 advantage. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football. It's Champions Bowl number 8 right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
See the Trainer offers a full line of in-stock bracing, home health, and rehabilitation products. Whether your pain results from a chronic condition or an acute injury, they're dedicated to improving your quality of life. Their knowledgeable staff will do their best in assisting you in selecting the appropriate product to best fit your needs. In-stock products for orthopedics, sports medicine, rehabilitation, home health, and patient education. Visit See the Trainer. They've got you covered. Tees Auto and Trucks is the dealership you can trust when looking for the ultimate automobile buying experience. As a leading used car dealership, we will strive to be your premier choice for quality used cars in Omaha and the surrounding area. You can rest assured that Tees Auto and Trucks will put you first and get your dream car at the price you deserve. Contact us and drive a better car today. Call us today, 402-733-4500, or visit us online at tsautoandtrucks.com.
First 15 in the books of Champions Bowl number 8. And, Coach, if you're Huron O'Neill and the Salina Liberty, you weathered the storm, and you're looking at it going, we're only trailing 8-3. There's a chance for Omaha to really break this thing open, but that fumble into the end zone kept Salina in it, and you're looking, goes, okay, we can settle down now. We only trail by 5.
Right. Huron did, the coach did a good job getting these guys settled. The wheels were falling off real quick there. And the thing is just getting through that emotion, right? Get through that tidal wave, getting through that first quick little tornado. Now you settle in. You got a 4th and short here. This is huge for Salina. They get a stop here. That's big. It starts a shift of momentum.
I mean, the first 4 or 5 plays, nothing was going right for the Liberty.
No, wheels were coming off fast, but the thing was, for Salina's sake, it was very quick in the game. Very, very initially part of the game. So now they weathered that. Let's see how they do here.
Omaha faces 4th and 2 to start the second quarter. Omaha's been very good. Haven't had that many 4th down plays this season. Their team, remember, that does use the kicker quite often. They've had 12. They converted 8. That's 67% on the year. That is tops of the CIF. They need 2 yards here. Armstrong's going to operate out of the pistol. Taylor back there with him. Taylor's going to block. A helmet comes off. Armstrong tries to lunge forward. I don't think he has it.
Real close.
Looking at the spot, they're going to give him the 10-yard line. That's a generous spot, but
that might be Salina ball where he's got it. I'm not sure. This could be a huge play for Salina.
It is going to go back to the Liberty.
Wow. Big play for Salina. This is what we just talked about.
And we had a helmet come off, and Omaha is asking. I think there's some hands to the face there that didn't get called as well. But a big stop for the Liberty, and they're going to get the ball back with 14:49 remaining. Again, still only trailing by 5.
You had to think from the Liberty standpoint, there's probably a good chance Tommy Armstrong was going to keep that football on 4th and short.
Yeah.
Or they're going to run the running back on a high motion. They should have probably came back.
I thought Taylor was going to get that.
That's a tough play to stop.
They're trying to get them to buy into that concept. Instead, Armstrong kept it himself. Needed 2. He got 1. So Liberty force a turnover on downs there. Sitting pretty based on how the first quarter has gone. They're going to start from their own 10-yard line. First down, keep it on the ground. Brooks, now he gets a few yards, spins around, still on his feet. Good effort by Tracy Brooks as he picks up 8 yards on first down. And that's another thing Omaha does not want to see is Tracy Brooks start to get his wheels.
Yeah, he's getting warmed up a little bit now. That was the same play Omaha ran with that high motion coming out of the inside zone.
Pretty much a draw play off of the high motion.
Yep. You get a full head of steam running through that inside zone. That's tough to stop with a big back like Brooks.
Second down and 2. The ball is at the 18-yard line. 2 wideouts on each side to Crouch. They fake the sweep to Brooks. He's getting chased around. He has to go to the boards, and now has a man up the dasher boards. He can't bring it in. Oh, my goodness, that looked like a completion. It was in his breadbasket, but Mustafa Strong could not bring it in. He dropped it. That'll go down as a drop and be 3rd down.
Yeah, Crouch got himself out of trouble there. Really good pass. Couple drop balls by Salina tonight that could have been first downs for him.
You could just feel the tightness some of these players are playing with as these 2 teams go for the championship here tonight. 3rd down and 2, early second quarter. Liberty moving right to left on your Boomer radio dial. Crouch wants to go deep. He has a man. It's caught. It's a touchdown. And how about that with the start that the Liberty had? They have taken the lead with 13 minutes to go here in the first quarter, or second quarter, 9-8.
Really good route by Anthony Love there. Sold that seam or post and just hit that corner route, and good timing right by Crouch hitting that over the top.
So big pitch and catch between Crouch and Love. And they'll send Kozlowski out there. Huron O'Neill, veteran enough, he's not going to chase points this early in the game. He'll try to take the easy points.
How big was that stop?
Huge. Huge. That and the fumble. You cannot let a team like Salina stay in a game if you have a chance to take them out. Delay a game once again. They couldn't get it off. And it's going to back them up 5 yards on this extra point.
He may have to go through a different routine or get out there a little quicker, huh?
That's the second delay of game on a place kick. I think Salina wants to say that the play clock was not reset, but Randy Hagedorn assures him that it was. And judge for yourself. Watch Kozlowski. He does this every single kick. The play clock's already going down, okay? It's under 20. He lines it up. He does the foot tap. He gets back. He looks down there. Players aren't on the ball yet. He may have to start this whole routine again. Hagedorn's going to reset the play clock and let him go. Nope. Yeah, there we go. They will reset it. Does Jimmy have to start over? He's out of his routine now. Let's see if he can make this kick. Snap, placement, down, up, and no. Off the bottom of the crossbar. Kickers are the weirdest guys ever. We talk about it, right?
Yeah.
And you get them out of their routine or you just mess with them at all and drives them nuts.
It's similar to, I'm not a golfer, but I'm going to assume, it's similar to like a golfer on the swing,
like a
right?
golfer.
You know, it's just you have a certain rhythm, like or a baseball player coming up the bat. You got certain rhythms, certain ways you want to do things, and when you mess that thing up, it just goes right to the psyche. And kickers are so notorious for that.
Salina 9, Omaha 8, 11:40 to go first half. Champions Bowl 8. You're listening to it right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats. Dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Tees Auto and Trucks is the dealership you can trust when looking for the ultimate automobile buying experience. As a leading used car dealership, we will strive to be your premier choice for quality used cars in Omaha and the surrounding area. You can rest assured that Tees Auto and Trucks will put you first and get your dream car at the price you deserve. Contact us and drive a better car today. Call us today, 402-733-4500, or visit us online at tsautoandtrucks.com.
11:40 remaining, first half of play. Champions Bowl number 8. The defending champion Liberty out in front, 9-8. The Liberty weathered the storm and now have taken the lead.
We've had our chances. The things were there, and we didn't convert.
Omaha off to the fast start to start the game. It looked like that they may just take Liberty right out of the building, but a fumble as Omaha was looking to score their second touchdown going into the end zone, and things kind of slowed down a little bit for Omaha.
Yeah, a lot of time left in the game, of course, and like we mentioned earlier, for Salina's sake, that big barrage came early in the game. Veteran coaching staff that Salina has, hey, calm down, a lot of game left.
Trevion Samuel waits at his own 1-yard line for the kick from Kozlowski. He's going to keep it low. It's fielded by Upman. Trey Dudley-Giles running his own man. He's in a Salina territory. He's spun around, gets a couple more yards. He's down to the 20-yard line of Salina. If you're special teams for Salina, you do not like that Omaha is starting on your own side of the 25 for the fourth time tonight.
Yeah, this is, for field position-wise, Omaha is absolutely dominating the game.
Been very,
Short field for Omaha once again. They'll start at the Salina 20, but only one touchdown to show for it in their first 3 possessions. Stopped on downs on their last drive. A fumble from 1 yard out of the end zone on the drive before. Armstrong looking to redeem the offense as they'll operate out of the pistol. They stack the far side. Armstrong draws back, has plenty of time, has a man, and it's in and out of the hands. We're seeing the dropsies here tonight in Ralston. As McIntyre's not able to bring that one in. That'll be 2nd and 10.
Interesting watching Salina schematically. Like, Omaha's had some success last couple of weeks with that late drag underneath off that trips look. And looks like Salina's trying to kind of rob that late. So we'll see if they come back to that. That could be a interesting defensive play for Salina.
2 wideouts to the near side, 1 on the far on 2nd down and 10. Tobias Taylor lines up with Tommy Armstrong. They'll swing everybody to the near side, and they'll give it to Taylor to go outside. Has to cut back, looks for the hole, still on his feet, down to the 15. He's bouncing off of Liberty defenders, and he picks up a tough 5 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Omaha.
Yeah, getting back to fundamentals, you got to wrap up. You can't shoulder tackle him.
No. 6 foot, 225 pound. I think the 6 foot part might be generous. Low center of gravity and a lot of momentum to bring down. 3rd down for Omaha. They need 5 yards. Beat 48% conversion rate on 3rd down, number 1 in the CIF. They need 5 right here. Armstrong operates out of center, drops back, wants to throw, has a man. It's nearly intercepted. There's a flag in the backfield. But that was a dangerous pass that they got away with. Should have been intercepted. The route was jumped. Let's check the flag.
Legal defense, I think. Maybe not. Yeah.
So we'll see if that's enough for a 1st down to move the chains. It appears it will be. So a big penalty on the legal defense call against the Liberty. As we mentioned, the referee microphone is not working, so we're doing hand signals and communication to the PA announcer, and they mark off the penalty. 1st and goal for Omaha from the 10-yard line. Omaha trailing by 1, 9:37 to go. 1st and goal, empty backfield. Armstrong drops back. Here comes the rush. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He goes to the 5. He sees the end zone,
Touchdown.
and he's in the end zone. It's a touchdown for Tommy Armstrong, his 2nd of the night, and we got flags in the backfield. Afterwards, there's a player for Omaha with his helmet off. And we're going to have to watch that. I believe that is Reggie Patrick with his helmet off. He just came back from suspension. Playing center here tonight. We'll see who this went against. You cannot start getting personal foul penalties to get you ejected. But they're talking to Ron O'Neill, so this penalty is going to go against Omaha.
Yeah, he seems to get himself into fisticuffs each game. Not sure why.
We've seen some of that. Mike Tatum is admonishing his offensive line, telling him to settle down. You cannot retaliate. And it will go against Patrick. I believe they'll bank that penalty. No. They're going to mark it off right here, which isn't the worst strategy. You're going to back it up 15 yards on the conversion. And Omaha's going to have to kick a 32-yard extra point, but they've got the guy to do it, Paul Ortiz, who is 65% on field goals with a long of 44. Long extra point, that is up, and it went wide to the right, and that penalty cost Omaha a point. 8:59 remaining, Omaha 14, Salina 9.
Yeah, that you gotta cooler heads prevail. I mean, Patrick's gonna have to cool him down. He's been pretty hot all game. He was hot last game. I applaud the aggressiveness. I applaud the excitement. But you got to know how to control that. You got to control your emotions. These guys are going to throw flags, especially in a championship football game. They're not going to hold back on that.
Omaha 14, Salina 9. 8:59 to go till halftime. It's Champions Bowl 8. You're listening to it here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Even when a big game isn't on, Jersey Sports Bar, Grill, and Keno doubles as a comfortable neighborhood bar with an aural entertainment provided by state-of-the-art Bose sound system with a digital jukebox accessing over 250,000 songs. Jersey Sports Bar, Grill, and Keno offers over 20 local and international beers on tap and dozens more by the bottle. Full liquor and wine selection as well. Live Keno where you can win up to $50,000 in cash. Leather Keno chairs, darts, video games, and a staff that prides itself on prompt, friendly, indulgent service. It sets them apart from the run-of-the-mill sports bars. See for yourself. 501 Olson Drive in Papillion.
Bird dogging is when someone is focused like a laser to find the problem and fix it. Like the technicians at Titanium HVAC. If there's a problem with your HVAC system, they will find it and fix it. Titanium HVAC. Honesty and quality come standard. TitaniumOmaha.com.
The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370. The official barbecue of the Omaha Beef.
Omaha retakes the lead at Champions Bowl number 8, 14-9. We just saw the penalty, though. Reggie Patrick, he was suspended last week because of actions in the Sioux City game. And more importantly, obviously, just cost him a point on that extra point. But he has one personal foul. If he can't keep his head, he gets ejected for this game. He's the starting center for Omaha.
Yeah. And they came in, and that's something, I mean, we hadn't seen all season until that Sioux City game. And then things just escalated.
Well, here's your special weapon, Todd. Ortiz on the kickoff.
See what he can do. Tracy Brooks is back deep. It's going to be a bouncy kick. It's fielded by an up man, though. At the 15 to the 20, outside into Omaha territory. And it's brought down at the Omaha 23, and that's going to be the best starting field position now for Salina, as Mustafa Strong was on the return. They're going to start at the Omaha 22, trailing by 5. Salina defeating Omaha last year in Champions Bowl number 7, 38-34. Omaha defeating Salina on a blocked field goal right at the end of the game, 40-39 in Champions Bowl number 6. Who's going to get Champions Bowl number 8? So far, competitive ball game as we would have expected. Brooks on the sweep, and he's getting some running. Boy, he knows how to spin around, and he's still on his feet. He turned a 4-yard gain into a 10-yard gain. It's going to be a first down for Salina. What a run by Tracy Brooks.
Good block by the receiver on the Mike linebacker off the high motion. That sealed it off there for him, and really hard running by Tracy Brooks.
10 yards on the carry, down to the 12-yard line. First down for Salina as we go under 8 minutes to go in the opening half. Crouch breaks the huddle. He'll line up in the pistol with Brooks. 2 wideouts will line up high on the near side to Crouch's left. Drops back, pump fake, had to get around the defender, and now tries to turn it back. Omaha finally chases him down. James Black, who brings him down, who also is back from suspension this week, and he loses a couple yards.
Yeah, not sure about that cut back there.
No, that was one decision too many.
Yeah, should have kept it going straight. I understand, though. I get it.
Running clock if you're new to indoor football as we go under 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. It'll be second down and 13 for Salina. They operate from the 14-yard line of Omaha. Brooks lines up once again with Crouch. High motion to the far side, wants to go to the end zone. That ball is off the mark. It is incomplete. It'll be third down and long for the Liberty. These two teams met back on tax day, April 15th, down in Salina. Omaha was victorious. Salina came back late in that game. Omaha led by 17 in the first half, and then escaped with the victory back in April. Only meeting during the season between these two teams. Nearly offside, no flag. Crouch drops back. Looks, gets chased around by Washington, and he's going to throw this out of play well in the end zone, and a back judge throws a flag, and he's going to call a hold against Omaha on a ball that was thrown 14 rows into the seats. And this is something that we have seen.
Yeah, it was on Demetrius. Well, the hold was on Demetrius Washington, receiver.
This is a crew that the back judge and the white hat are out of Sioux City. We have seen them before. Let's just say we've seen a lot of these types of calls. So instead of fourth down, it's going to be first and goal for Salina. Look at half the distance down to the 7-yard line as we go under 6 minutes to play.
Looks like it's going to be a run to the right, possibly with Brooks off the motion.
They'll swing Brooks around. They do give it to him to the right. And there's a wall of beef in front of him. He tries to spin out of it. He cannot, loses a yard on the play, be second and goal.
Yeah, beef, all they got to do is rotate their coverage. They got guys over there. So that's tough. That's tough to go into the boundary like that, with that type of run.
You saw that play coming. You know what's coming, but you know who's running the ball, too. You still have to execute.
Yeah. Yeah, the beef defense will flying to the football. They're tough to run against on the perimeter. It's just fast from sideline to sideline.
Crowd coming alive, trying to support the defense. And Haran O'Neal will use his first timeout as he wants to reset things with 5:13 remaining here in the first half and a scoring opportunity on 2nd and goal. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 5:13 remaining first half. Omaha 14, Salina 9. Champions Bowl number 8 is right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Guardian Window Well Covers protects what you love most. Guardian Window Well Covers manufactures and installs heavy-duty polycarbonate window well covers for basement egress windows. If you are wanting to learn more about Guardian Covers features, cover styles, and cost, visit their website at guardiancovers.com or give them a call at 402-557-0811.
The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370. The official barbecue of the Omaha Beef.
You hear the cowbells here at the slaughterhouse. 5:13 remaining here, first half. Omaha leading 14-9, but Salina threatening once again. As Salina uses their first time out of the half, they have 2 remaining. Omaha has all 3. They'll stack up the near side. 3 wide receivers. They put 2 in motion in the slot. They fake to Tracy Brooks. Crouch wants to dance around. Starts to feel some pressure. Has to cut back. Throws it away as he avoids the sack. Was still in the pocket, but gets it past the line of scrimmage. It's incomplete.
Yeah, the Omaha Beef defense, the secondary's doing a great job against their 3-round concepts. There's just nowhere to throw for him.
3rd and goal. From 8 yards out. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Crowd is on their feet. Great crowd here tonight for Champions Bowl number 8 in Ralston. The first Champions Bowl to be played in this building. First championship game in Omaha since 2001 at the old Civic Auditorium. Looked like movement on the line, no flag. Crouch drops back. It's tipped up and nearly intercepted. Omaha had a couple shots, but it falls to the ground. It goes down incomplete. It'll be 4th down for Salina. And they're going to send the kicking crew out here. Jimmy Kozlowski's going to have a chance to pull them within 2. Haran O'Neal knows how important points are. As you see the assistant coaches say, hurry up. They know. As the play clock's already down to 20, we'll see.
Yeah.
Kozlowski comes in. He's going to start his routine. He finds out where the uprights are, taps the feet. We're under 10 on the play clock. He's ready to go. This is going to be a 23-yard attempt. It is up, and it is good.
Wow. There you go.
That's why you do all that.
That's why the routine works.
That's why you do that. Last time you didn't get it.
Yeah.
What happened? Missed it.
Because routine, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You got to do the routine.
It's like the golf swing, right? Wasn't there. Or the bat swing.
14-12, Salina.
That's the leg swing.
Now trailing by 2. That's you making fun. I'm not making fun. I'm just
No.
routine.
It's just a routine.
It's
I
routine.
get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I got routines. You got routines.
Oh,
Kirk definitely has routines.
Oh, absolutely. Look at how he's dressed.
Yeah. Oh man, he's got those shoes tonight.
He's got the championship shoes on for the big game here
Toe
tonight.
tapping.
Yeah, he's got a big night no matter what happens after this game. I guarantee you that. 3:33 remaining here, first half. It's a competitive Champions Bowl. We talked about 4-point game last year, 1-point game the year before. You go through the last 5 meetings of these teams. It's always been one possession game. Omaha is 5-1 though, lifetime against the Liberty at home.
We need to get some points here. I mean, score on this drive and do that because we are going to get the second half kickoff also. So, I mean,
Omaha is going to go into the locker room, and they're going to look back at this first half and think they left a lot of opportunities, a lot of points on this field. And I think that's really going to be up to this coaching staff to try to reset it, come out with the enthusiasm they did at the beginning of the first quarter.
Observing Omaha this first half, you see a roller coaster of emotions.
It has been.
It really has.
They played so hot for the first 5 minutes.
Whether it's the team or it's individuals, there's just a lot of different emotions going on. They got to get that in check because Salina's going to stick around. They're going to keep playing tough.
Aaron Jackson comes in for his first return of the night. He'll wait for the ball at the 5-yard line. And look at this. We have a kicker. It's the Demetrius Washington, or putting it in, the wide receiver. They took Kozlowski off of that. and they let D-Wash kick off. After the long returns on the previous one, this is the worst field position for Omaha. They'll start at the 20.
Yeah, kind of put a kind of a moon ball, right? Kind of high up there. At that.
Didn't he kick that straight on, too?
He did kick it straight on, and then he sends Kozalski out to get the tee. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Go get my tee.
Kind of got Tom Dempsey out there, huh? Bringing back the old school there, Kirk.
So 3:15 for Omaha. They have all 3 timeouts, trying to add to a 2-point lead as they go in the locker room. And as you discussed, the Beef will get the ball first in half number 2, so they have an opportunity here to try to add to that lead. Armstrong's going to operate under center. He hands it off to Tobias Taylor. They were ready for it. He picks up a yard. It'll be second down and long. We've seen Omaha do that a couple times, go under center, which is very atypical for the Beef outside of short yardage or goal line situations. We'll see what they might be trying to set up out of that formation later in this game, so keep an eye on that. 9 yards needed. It's second down. The ball's at the 21-yard line of Omaha. We're approaching 2 minutes left here in the first half. 3 wideouts to the near side, 2 go into motion. Armstrong drops back, has time, has a man in the end zone. He falls over. Travion Samuel was way too open, tripped over his own 2 feet, trying to turn around for that ball, and it's incomplete. Another blown opportunity for Omaha.
I thought we got rid of those turf monsters.
Miscommunication there by the Salina defense. Defensive backs, that backside corner should have been on top. It's kind of a climb route, late climb route over the top, and that safety gave it up to that backside corner. He wasn't sitting on that. That was open for Omaha.
So third down and 9 for Omaha, and they aren't able to convert. They have some decisions to make here. For Rayshon Kaiser, stacked the near side once again. Looks like the same formation. We have movement before. Flags come out. It appeared that Salina jumped early. We'll see if they were drawn. And judging by the direction everybody's moving on the field, I do not believe so.
15 offsides.
So nose tackle came across early. Made contact, they blew it dead. It's 5 yards. It'll be a little easier for Omaha, as it'll now be third down and 4, as the ball is now on the Liberty side of the field at the 24. 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Pistol formation. Taylor lines up with Armstrong. Samuel and McIntyre go into motion. The handoff is to the running back, Taylor, and he has a first down to the Salina 19.
That's tough running there.
They tried to move the chains quickly. Omaha, we'll see if they want to get a playoff before the 1 minute warning. I don't think they will. I think they'll let this go down to the 60-second timeout. Do not want to leave any time on the clock if they are able to score and have to give the ball back to the Liberty. So they do just that. It's a 1 minute warning here in Omaha. Omaha 14, Salina 12. Beef on the move. You're listening to Champions Bowl 8 right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Are you looking for ways to get focused in 2023? Whether it's to find the healthiest version of yourself or to get stronger, at Anybody's Supplements, we want to help make 2023 your best year yet. Go to anybodysuppsomaha.com and check out the one-of-a-kind selection of pre-workouts, weight management solutions, protein, and recovery. You can even stop by the store at 108th and Center. Call 513-466-4758. The amazing staff will get you on the right path to a healthy lifestyle.
Hey everybody, back this fall, Fridays. It's Boomer Football Fridays, high school football across the Boomer Sports Network. It's your kids, it's your friends, it's your grandkids. We are in the community and we keep you up to date. It's back this fall, Boomer Football Fridays, Friday nights, all across the Boomer Sports Network. 60 seconds to go here. First half of play. Omaha on the move. First down from the Salina 14. High motion. Handoff is to Samuel. Tripped up once again. Stays on his feet. Falls into the dasher board after picking up 2 or 3, which will stop the clock. Traditional timing rules here for the last 60 seconds of each half. And Omaha will have second down and 8 with 56 seconds to go.
Omaha got away with a block in the back there, I think.
Yeah, Ron O'Neill came up and talked to the officials. Yeah. I think that's what he was suggesting. But we've seen last week as well, not too many flags called. They've, for the most part, thrown them very gingerly and let them play. Armstrong pump fake complete. McIntyre at the first down stick. That should be enough for a first down. Now we're waiting for the call to see if they're going to move the chains. Said he hit the wall. They're going to say he's a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1. Clock stops with 52 seconds as he went out of bounds. He's at the 10-yard line. Omaha back on the ball. Empty backfield, 2 wideouts on each side. Outside receivers are high. They put them into motion. There's movement on the defensive line. No flag. They hand it off to Samuel out of the backfield. He gets a few yards and then is flattened at the 5. It'll be first down for Omaha. There'll be first down and goal. And Omaha is going to have an opportunity to try to get some points and leave very little clock for Salina, hopefully.
That's a good job blocking on the edge there by Sloan to get that jet sweep open there. That's been a good play for them, especially in short yardage plays. Sloan's been doing a good job blocking on the perimeter.
Top red zone offense of the league has first and goal from the 5, under 30 seconds to go. Empty backfield.
Looks like Tommy
Armstrong
time.
keeps himself, bounces outside. He sees the end zone, and he has it, and a flag is thrown right in front of him, and it looked like an easy run, but I think they're going to call a hold on Omaha for helping him into the end zone.
Yeah, that was a hold. Yep.
He had a big open corner, and due to a hold.
Coach O'Neill's been asking for that. You can see it. He's been working our ref all game long with some of that stuff there. It's just on the perimeter. You get that hands outside that body.
That's a big penalty because it's 10 yards. And it's going to back it up. It's a spot foul, though, but it's 10 yards from the spot. And it'll be first and goal from the 12. 21 seconds left now. Omaha does have all 3 timeouts. We'll see if they start the clock on the ready. Apparently they will not. As we say, Omaha may need to use a timeout if they do. Empty backfield, trips to the near side for the Beef. Lone wide out to the far side is Tobias Taylor. High motion near side. Armstrong has somebody behind him. Steps up though. He's down to the 5, spins around. He's down to the 4. Omaha will have to use their first timeout. Mike Tatum asked for it and he gets it. There's 12 seconds left on the clock. Omaha is 4 yards away from the end zone with 12 seconds to go.
I tell you, Taylor's got an argument there. He was getting bear hugged across the. He's running like a little dig route there, a little crossing route. He was just getting bear hugged for at least 5 yards.
Yeah, so you see when they do call that hold that was in the end zone on that play down on the other side, and then you see the hold on Omaha on the scoring play. Both of those were good calls, but it's more some of these calls that aren't getting flagged that you kind of wonder about, but they are letting them play. Omaha's going to have a couple shots from 4 yards out to add to a 2-point advantage. Omaha has both timeouts, so they can run the ball or throw the ball. Clock not really an issue. And Armstrong will line up under center. Taylor behind him, the lone setback. 2 wideouts up high. They show sweep and they give it off, and it's a loss. Salina was ready, and Mike Tatum has to use his second timeout. Nobody's called it yet, though. They just lost another 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, that was a little slow on the timeout.
And Rayshon Kaiser comes out and yell at Mike Tatum's offensive coordinator, asking him why, 1, he called that play probably, but 2, why didn't he get a timeout called? And they're going to have to send Paul Ortiz out to try the field goal with 4 seconds remaining and see if they could give Omaha a 5-point advantage. That's some not textbook clock management to finish the half. They're going to take a timeout in the locker room with them and have to go for the field goal. Ortiz will come in. He just made that long extra point after the penalty. This will be a 21-yard attempt for the kicker out of Wright State. His long on the season was 44 yards, and Moran will call a timeout to let Ortiz think about it a little bit. Ortiz with a 44-yarder. That was just last week against Billings in the playoff game right here on this field.
Going back to the play call,
sure,
on the red zone there, Salina from a defensive standpoint kind of changed a little bit of defensive strategy with how they're playing that jet sweep with their defensive end. They kicked him out there, jumped it basically wide, and that just takes over that. So now what's Omaha's counter to that over halftime? They can come back to a quick dive inside, or?
But do you set it up there? You only got 12 or 14 seconds left.
Yeah.
You're running laterally. You use Sam well when you've got Armstrong availability, Tobias Taylor, and you stretch that play out. It seems like you want to go forward, try to get 2 plays at the end zone. I think that's what the frustration is going to be in the locker room, is they only got 1 shot to get to 6. They're going to have to try to settle for 3. Ortiz is ready from 21 yards out. Place was down, the kick is up, and he is good. We have reached halftime in Champions Bowl number 8. And matchup number 3 of this trilogy of championship games between these two teams. It's just like the first 2 so far, as Omaha will take a 17-12 lead into the locker room, but officials haven't left the field yet. Are they talking about putting a second on the clock? Or are they just making sure everybody leaves nicely?
Yes.
I think it's the latter. So Omaha 17, Liberty 12. You talk about emotions in the first half. This game could be a lot closer. It could be a lot worse. We'll talk about how that first half went down when we come back. It is halftime here in Ralston. Omaha 17, Salina 12. You're listening to Champions Bowl 8 and Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
With Evans Custom Apparel, your go-to destination for all your custom apparel needs and online stores. Proudly family-owned and operated, we offer top-notch screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. Whether you're in the office or on the field, make the change and discover the Evans difference today.
Slides, Burgers and Fries, located at 3505 South 42nd Street in Omaha, Nebraska. It's right inside the Grover Inn. There ain't no sign, but come on in.
Home Matters Construction is the most reliable and best remodeling experience in Papillion, La Vista, Bellevue, and Omaha. What are you remodeling? Basement, bathroom, kitchen? At Home Matters Construction, they can do it all. Go see for yourself at hmcomaha.com. Ready to start remodeling today? Call Home Matters Construction at 402-661-0910. Their staff is waiting and ready to help you. Home Matters Construction, building better.
Football fans, are you an Ink fan? Well, stop by and see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location, visit them online, eternalink.biz, B-I-Z today for more information.
TO5 Bollywood Grill, featuring South Asian delicacies in a romantic and calm ambience. Our team of outstanding chefs and servers will cater to your every need for a dining experience you'll never forget. We're pleased to offer the very best South Asian cuisine. We have a vegan section on the menu with no artificial colors in any of our menu items. For corporate parties, we have 2 areas available, each seating up to 20 people. For small parties, we have a party pack to go. Party packs are available for delivery or pickup through our website website, to5bollywoodgrill.com. TO5 Bollywood Grill, the food, the taste, the romance.
OK Omaha Real Estate is Omaha's prime choice for residential property management. Our passion is to keep our clients' investments professionally managed, clean, and occupied for a low monthly fee. Follow our OK Omaha Real Estate Facebook page for available properties to rent or visit our website at okomaharealestate.com.
At Quality Fence, their name says it all. They're all about quality. Their highly trained professionals have been serving the eastern Nebraska area from Omaha to Lincoln and all places in between for 30 years. Go to qualityfence.net and check out their vast selection of vinyl, wood, ornamental, and chain link fencing. They won't put anything in your backyard that they wouldn't put in theirs. So give them a call, 402-896-9325.
South O Roofing is the official roofing company of the Omaha Beef with over 20 years of trusted service to the Omaha and Council Bluffs area. We offer an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating. Warranties that are real. A business built on repeat customers. Call us for a free estimate at 402-612-0791 or visit our website at southdoroofing.com. That's South O Roofing Company, the official roofing company of your Omaha Beef.
Welcome back, Champions Bowl number 8, and it's a championship type game here between these two teams that we've seen in the last 2 Champions Bowls. Salina, plenty of experience, going to 4 Champions Bowls in a row. 3 of them against Omaha, as Omaha's in their 3rd in a row, 4th overall as well. And, go back now, we have a chance to take a little time out and reflect on that first half, and we saw a lot of things happen that first half. We saw Omaha come in, looked ready, had the momentum, had everything going their way. Salina couldn't do anything right there for the first 4 or 5 plays. Looked like Omaha could really jump on them. And if you look at Salina overall, that has been one of their Achilles' heels. They've been outscored in the first quarter of this season, 122 to 108. It's the only quarter that they've been outscored, so you want to get on the Salina Liberty early. Omaha had a chance to do that. They had a chance to make it a lot uglier as well, and just couldn't get it done.
We talk about Coach O'Neill, all his experience and everything. The biggest change you're going to make is at halftime.
Sure. And that's something that we've seen between them. Omaha, of course, was leading last year at halftime down there. We've talked about that. And Salina, sure enough, came back and took control of that game. It's a game that Omaha, I went back and watched the last 2 Champions Bowls. It really felt like Omaha was taking control of that game. And Salina made their halftime adjustments, came back, and took the title.
And talk about control, I think what Omaha really needs to do is control their emotions. We talked about that throughout the first half, is that, they came out, they were jacked up. They were ready to rock and roll, get after it, and then it's like it's a field of emotions going through this game. And then the steady Eddie was Salina just sticking the course, staying with the game plan. And they're still in this football game because, like we said earlier, the wheels could have been falling off real quick. For Salina, if they would just let that happen.
Well, you talk about how big of a game this is and the players in it, and you're seeing players do things that don't normally happen. Tracy Brooks having trouble bringing balls in on the kickoff return. Tommy Armstrong dropping the ball from a yard out, trying to get that extra yard. We've seen 3 or 4 drops between the 2 teams that were easy catches. We're seeing dumb penalties and stuff as well.
Reaction. I mean, you say dumb penalty. Those are reaction fouls. There's somebody and he's coming back and taking a swipe at him or whatever, and they're stupid.
So this will be interesting. This is something we kind of foreshadowed, though. Omaha has not played in games like this. They have not. This is by far the smallest lead they've had at halftime throughout the entire season, and it's a team that's not going to go away, obviously. And with a 5-point lead, again, Omaha dominated the first 5 or 6 minutes of this game and should have really probably had a larger lead.
Oh, yes.
And it's a 5-point game, and Salina now gets to reset, come out for half number 2.
But we do get the ball to start the second half.
Again, this is a game of adjustments. Going to the veteran coaching staff of Salina with Coach O'Neill, they saw things that can work. They've got some things. The good thing he can say to his football team in there is, hey, they gave us their best shot. Now it's time to play this game like we know how to play. We're going to come out there, stick with our game plan, play physical football, protective football, because that was their problem the first half. They weren't able to protect the football. They lost it twice, but then they were able to turn the tide. Omaha on the other side of it, Coach, you're just going to have to get with that team and say, listen, man, we're in a championship football game. You got to collect your emotions. You got to play within the system. There's a process we've been through this whole entire season. Let's stick with the process. Let's put it in 10's hands, and let's make plays.
Halftime here in Ralston. It's Champions Bowl number 8, and we've got a good one. A lot of people maybe surprised by that, but I think we talked in the pregame, not really surprising to us who've seen these two teams play over the years. No surprise that we got a 5-point game as we head to half number 2. We'll come back. It's halftime here in Ralston. Omaha 17, Salina 12. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football and Champions Bowl number 8 right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Dean Snyder Construction has grown to become one of the largest family and employee-owned construction firms in the Midwest. With over 250 employees and with locations in North and Central Iowa and in Omaha, Nebraska, we offer design, build, construction management, and general construction services commercial markets, including food and beverage processing, industrial and pharmaceutical manufacturing, healthcare, and more. Get more information about Dean Snyder Construction on their website at deansnyder.com or call 402-509-4810.
Lifestyles Orthotics and Prosthetics have knowledgeable and experienced staff that have been working with orthopedic surgeons, therapists, and patients for over 25 years. We're a local practitioner-owned O&P facility that puts the needs of our patients first. Find the most up-to-date and state-of-the-art technologies for both upper and lower prosthetics at Lifestyles. We provide patients with custom orthotics and shoe inserts created and modified specifically for you in our clinic workshop. Count on the professionals at Lifestyle Orthotics and Prosthetics to get you moving again. Visit lifestylesop.com and see their customizable plans that fit your needs. Ready for a change today? Perfect. Give them a call now at 402-393-2354.
Midwest Title Company has worked for you since 2001 and has been committed to providing individuals like you, real estate agents, and lenders with title insurance and closing services to meet their specific needs. Midwest Title Company is fully capable of handling all of your residential, commercial, and farm transactions with the highest level of service possible. Head on over to MidwestTitle.com and take a look at all of their services. Need their help now? Give them a call at 402-493-6200. They will take care of you just like they've taken care of thousands before you. Do not hesitate. Call now, 402-493-6200.
Even when a big game isn't on, Jersey Sports Bar, Grill, and Keno doubles as a comfortable neighborhood bar with an aural entertainment provided by state-of-the-art Bose sound system with a digital jukebox accessing over 250,000 songs. Jersey Sports Bar, Grill, and Keno offers over 20 local and international beers on tap and dozens more by the bottle. Full liquor and wine selection as well. Live Keno where you can win up to $50,000 in cash. Leather Keno chairs, darts, video games, and a staff that prides itself on prompt, friendly, indulgent service. It sets them apart from the run-of-the-mill sports bars. See for yourself. 501 Olson Drive in Papillion.
Attention mechanical engineers and current engineering students. Are you a licensed PE or working towards your PE? Do you value teamwork, fast-paced, creative, and challenging work? We have an opportunity for you. Kelly Engineered Equipment is seeking talented and qualified candidates to join our team.
Your home makeover is just one click away. Timeless Beauty is yours with premium stone-coated steel roof, all types of siding, and custom color match gutters from Last Time Exteriors. Getting started is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Choose your system, style, and color, get it professionally installed, and enjoy with Last Time Exteriors. Find out more at lasttimeexteriors.com or call 402-330-0911. You will not be disappointed.
Mike Jansen Custom Decks is one of Omaha's premier deck builders, family owned and operated since 1988. They design and build custom decks in wood, composite, or PVC in all sizes, shapes, and designs. Whether you're adding a deck to your home or replacing or enlarging an existing deck, Mike Jansen Custom Decks can help you plan and design a new deck to suit your individual needs and the custom extras you may have in mind. Visit JansenDecks.com to learn more. If you're ready for a new, beautiful, customized deck, call Mike Jansen Custom Decks at 402-896-6897.
Halftime here in Ralston as we approach the top of the hour. I want to remind you listen to KIBM Omaha, 94.5 FM, 1490 AM, and on myboomerradio.com. If you're watching and there's pictures in front of it, you have found us on the CIF network, all across the YouTubes, on the internet. Omaha 17, Salina 12, Champions Bowl number 8. as one of these teams look for their second title in 3 seasons, and it's been a competitive one. And we've been happy bringing Omaha Beef professional indoor football all throughout the 2023 season once again on the Boomer Radio Network. Special thanks to people who've helped us out all year round. Nick Burris back in network control helps us get everything together and make this happen. Richard Tiemann, who's been joining us, he's out in the Montana area, but coming in and helping us with pregame and halftime support throughout the season. He actually called Champions Bowl number 6 with me down in Salina 2 years ago. That was a great game down there, great memories. Pat Combs for putting us on the air over at Boomer Sports Network, the whole Salina family who runs that great organization as well. For Kirk Heyer and James Kerwin, who've been with us through a lot of these broadcasts. Ricky Burtz, of course, for coordinating everything and for letting us do it as the owner of the Omaha Beef. We'll come back. It's halftime here in Omaha. Omaha 17, Salina 12. It's Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football and Champions Bowl number 8 right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Universal Trucks is conveniently located in Omaha, just off I-80 at exit 440. At Universal Trucks, they have a great selection of heavy and medium-duty trucks and trailers. If you're interested in their amazing selection, visit online for more information at universaltrks.com or call 402-891-2652.
Guardian Window Well Covers protects what you love most. Guardian Window Well Covers manufactures and installs heavy-duty polycarbonate window well covers for basement egress windows. If you are wanting to learn more about Guardian Covers features, cover styles, and cost, visit their website at guardiancovers.com or give them a call at 402-557-0811.
Home Matters Construction is the most reliable and best remodeling experience in Papillion, La Vista, Bellevue, and Omaha. What are you remodeling? Basement, bathroom, kitchen? At Home Matters Construction, they can do it all. Go see for yourself at hmcomaha.com. Ready to start remodeling today? Call Home Matters Construction at 402-661-0910. Their staff is waiting and ready to help you. Home Matters Construction, building better.
Football fans, are you an ink fan? Well, stop by and see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location, visit them online, eternalink.biz, B-I-Z today for more information.
The HVAC guy you called says your system is shot and needs to be replaced. Get a second opinion. Call Titanium HVAC and they'll tell you whether you actually do need a replacement or just a repair. Titanium HVAC, where honesty and quality come standard. TitaniumOmaha.com.
Welcome back to Ralston as we have reached halftime here in Champions Bowl number 8. Take a look at the first half stats. Randy Catch put them all together from CIF Stat Control Central in Sioux City, Iowa.
There we go.
Pretty even, actually. Omaha first downs 7-5 over Salina. And not a lot of offense between these two teams. 94 yards of offense for Omaha, 76 for the Liberty. And a lot of ugly numbers after that. We saw 2 turnovers for Salina. They were early on their first 2 drives of the game. And we saw Omaha turn it over once with a fumble. And then once on stop of downs as well. So both teams settled down, get it probably refocused for the second half. What do you think each team told, or each coach told them?
Well, I think for Salina, they're going to have to probably get some improvement in their red zone offense. They're just not coming. They're coming up short on that. And on the other side of it, Omaha's playing great defense in the red zone. The same thing in Omaha that last drive. Some problems with the red zone offense. So you can see that both defenses are playing lights out, and it's just who's going to get that momentum. Again, fielding kicks, getting field position for Salina has been an issue. The opposite for Omaha. So those are little things there. Like we talked about previously during halftime, Coach Kaiser's got to get those guys collected, like, hey, get the emotions out of the game, they'll stick with the plan. It's been a process throughout the season. Coach O'Neill, strategically looking at different things that they can improve upon, he's going to find a needle in a haystack. That's what he's good at. That's why he's won championships.
Well, Coach O'Neill showed, hey, we've been here before, too. I mean, they were behind with Gillette. They came back. They just, they played steady. And we had them to begin with. We really did, and it just changed.
Rayshon Kaiser, no slouch either, coming over from Pittsburgh or from Massachusetts in the IFL, and of course Mike Tatum, not the coaching experience in championship games, but a lot of experience as a player in Coach Rick's system up in Sioux Falls over the years, and he's got the jewelry to show for it as well. So a lot of experience in big ball games between these two staffs, and it's just going to be a matter of, I think, who makes that big mistake in the second half. We discussed in the pregame that Omaha plus 29 on turnovers on the season, and Salina is plus 6 coming into tonight. If Omaha was plus 2 on the night, they'd have a pretty good shot of winning. If they were plus 3, they'd probably lock this thing up. They're plus 1 right now, so Salina's got that where they wanted, and that really was going to be the story of the game, because all those other stats where Omaha leads and everything is derived off of getting all those turnovers.
Yeah, it's going to come down right now to setting a physical expectation and then, again, protecting the football. The little things in these championship football games, right? Collecting your emotions, playing within the system. Those are all these things that they've worked on throughout the season, what got them here. And that's what's going to put one of these teams over the top the second half.
You hear the teams coming back on the field. We're about 60 seconds away from kicking off the second half of Champions Bowl number 8, and then that'll be the end of the CIF season already. And we talked about my favorite time of year, the off season.
Why is
so
that,
much.
Todd?
Well, there's just so much going on. And
what's going on?
Well, I
want you to let us know what's going on.
I've heard some stuff. I'll just say that it may be a very eventful off season, but it always is.
Right.
People come, people go. Leagues change, leagues go. Things fold, things show up. Teams start and fold before they even go. I mean, it's fun.
Here's the hardest part for the indoor teams, right? Like I was talking to Coach O'Neill before the game, and with the emergence of the XFL and now the USFL and the IFL for this league, it's really tough to keep your roster intact. I mean, it's almost become like a masterful type of collective of people to try to get through a season with all these. You got a good football player, he's going to get moved up, which you want to happen as a coach and a staff. And so what do you do in the offseason?
And they lost quite a few that they signed in the offseason. That's part of Salina's issues. Some of them did go to other leagues. But look, just even last year, Tyree Adams, late in the season, gets called up to CFL. He's starting up north of the border this year. And, they had to find a new quarterback late in the season to get that championship for Salina.
Just saw Tyree play the other day. Yeah, he's good.
Good problems to have, but it's not easy just replacing those players when it happens. We are ready for half number 2. Jimmy Kozlowski has put the ball on the tee. Omaha will be moving right to left. Here in quarter number 3, Samuel awaits at his own 1-yard line. High end over end kick. He's going to field it at the goal line, bring it out to the 5, the 10. Cuts up field, 15. He's got room. He's in the Salina territory. He sees the kicker. He runs past the kicker. He's gone coast to coast to start half number 2. And the Beef have struck with their first kickoff return for a touchdown, since DeSante Dorton got hurt after returning coast to coast against Dodge City back in early April.
And there you go. That's how you want to start a football game out. Nice little kickoff return. Here again, now here comes the barrage, right?
That must have been a heck of a halftime speech. And Samuel, he had a point to prove. We saw a couple plays. He fell down once. He had a couple plays that he wasn't able to finish off, and he was determined once he got that gap and then saw the 25-yard line and him and a kicker that he was going to take that all the way. So big start to the second half, much like we saw in the first half. Lights a fire here at the Slaughterhouse. The question is, can Omaha keep it lit? Ortiz comes in for the extra point, and there's a rush on it. And he gets it just inside the right upright. And there's contact with the holder, who is Tommy Armstrong. Was that Armstrong who got hit? It was. Oh, no. No flag when the holder gets hit, and Armstrong's limping off after getting hit as the holder on an extra point. And Rayshon Kaiser's livid that there wasn't even a penalty on that play.
Yeah, I don't understand why
they're
that's not
helping him off now. That's not a good sign.
And well, I don't understand. When you're a holder or kicker, you're in a helpless position. If you're going to get hit, I mean, that's just, unless he was pushed into it or something like that, that's
pushed
just,
in or got any contact with the ball. It did not appear that had happened.
That's got to be a penalty.
They just took him
down the
tunnel though, so that is not a good sign. Carlos Rogers is the backup quarterback. He, I don't believe, is active.
He's not.
He's not active, so Omaha will have however long his possession is for Salina to try to rectify that situation. Otherwise, it's going to go to the emergency protocol for the Beef. Good news for Omaha, it's now a two-possession game, 24-12, even with the possibility of the 10-point possessions here in the CIF.
Back in my indoor games, I was always trying not to use the quarterback in that holding situation.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's tough.
Ortiz will put into play, high end over end kick. It's bobbled. It's on the ground. Does Omaha have it? No, Brooks finally got back on it, but boy, have we had some adventures on kickoff returns for Salina.
Yeah.
It almost looked like he lost that in a light.
Gosh, watching these guys, it's like a hot potato with these guys on kickoff return for Salina.
So Salina will start their own 10-yard line, trailing by their largest deficit of the night, 12 points. As we continue to watch down the tunnel to see if we see number 10 come back out. We have not as of yet. Pistol formation, they fake the handoff, they give it to the running back. There goes Brooks, bye-bye. 25-20, 15-10, 5 touchdown. He just bounced outside. There's nobody in the secondary, and he took advantage and ran it.
Yeah,
40 yards for the touchdown.
Nice little jump cut to the outside for Brooks. He was off to the races there. That's their answer.
So the worst thing that could happen for Omaha, obviously giving up the 6 points, but they did it quickly. And again, we have not seen Armstrong come back yet to the bench. They're going to have to figure out what to do. Just saw Mike Tatum come back up the tunnel, so he's going to have to see what he's got up his sleeve.
They're going for 2.
They're going to leave the offense on the field. This would make it a 4-point game. You got to wonder about Kozlowski now as well, as he did not kick off the last time. Or I take it back, he did, but they took him out. It's off the fingertips of Chris Perry, who's realizes he may have had a chance to return that all the way. And the score will remain 24-18 with 12:27 left in the third quarter, but things change quickly here in Omaha.
I saw Tommy emerge. He looks like he's good to go.
He's fixed now? That's it?
Taped him up.
Taped him up. Gotta love tape. So we'll see how much that lingers with him and what exactly was injured here shortly as Omaha will get the ball back with a 6-point lead. Yeah, there he is. He's got his helmet back on. You're right, he looks ready. He's standing on the bench. I didn't know they had those drugs here. Man, you got the good stuff.
You got the good stuff.
Kozlowski is back out for this kickoff.
Let's call down to Lincoln and get their good stuff for their old quarterback.
Omaha had only returned 2 kicks for touchdowns this year. They did on back-to-back kicks, though, in Dodge City. Samuel duplicate the feat here against Salina. He awaits at the goal line. Kozlowski approaches it. He's going to give it right to him. He's going to field it at the 2-yard line. Here he goes. The 5, the 10, head of steam, cuts back center. Nothing doing this time. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. That's where Omaha will start. I actually asked Teron O'Neill before the game, because they only carry one quarterback as well, who their emergency, situation was. If that happened, I'd be honest, I don't actually know who Omaha goes to. Washington would most likely step in if something were to happen. The crouch. We'll keep an eye on Tommy, and he is out there, but we'll have to see if it limits that dual threat that Armstrong has to his advantage. First down, high motion. Of course, they keep it on the ground. They give it to Tobias Taylor. Salina looked ready for that, but Taylor still turns it into 4 or 5 yards. He's out to the 19-yard line. Armstrong jogs back in from getting the play call from Mike Tatum. I'm not seeing any effects, which is pretty impressive based on how he left the field literally just about 6 minutes of clock time ago, real time. And it's now 2nd down and 5 for Omaha. Pistol formation. Hands it to Tobias Taylor again. They did a little zone read right there, but Salina banking on Armstrong not keeping it right there and stuck with Taylor as Taylor picks up 1 or 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 from the 21. So first 2 plays of this drive, they've kept it on the ground to the running back. After Armstrong got beat up on that extra point attempt. Pistol formation. Gives it to Taylor once again. He goes forward. He has the first down. He's into Salina territory. He's down to the 22-yard line. Pick up of 7 yards for Tobias Taylor. And he's a great weapon to have back there. We've seen him run like that, and Omaha would like to stick with him if he's able to continue to produce like that.
Good, tough physical yards.
Not only that, it runs the clock and shortens the game as well, which are things Omaha may need, and try to milk this lead. Trips to the near side, too high in motion. Armstrong pump fakes, wants to throw, has a man. It's complete. McIntyre to the 10. As that ball came out late, almost looked like some face mask on it, but he's brought down. No flag on the play. It's a first down after 11 yards of the completion. McIntyre now limping off a little bit after that reception. Omaha back under the ball as we go under 10 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Omaha 24, Salina 18. Winner will be CIF champions for the 2nd time in 3 years. The Liberty defending CIF champions. Omaha had the title the year before. Taylor on the handoff inside the 10, lowers his shoulders. He gets down to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on first down. And it'll be 2nd and 5 for Omaha. They could get a first down right at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they just keep riding him. He just gets 5 yards.
That's right. Ride your big horse.
Taylor joined for the second half of the season. He was CIF Rookie of the Year with the Wyoming Mustangs in 2022. 47 carries, 192 yards coming into tonight, 5 touchdowns on the ground. He'll get the carry once again. And there's touchdown number 6 for Tobias Taylor as he goes right up the middle for a 6-yard touchdown. And Omaha is back out in front by 12.
Yeah, they don't have an answer for that.
Which is surprising because it seems like the most basic plays they've been running here tonight.
Well, the guys up front are doing a good job.
You line up your best against their best sometimes, and you just go for it and see who wins. Now Omaha is going to leave the offense on the field and try for 2 points as well to make this a 14-point game. They'll spot the ball at the 2. If you're new to the CIF, extra points could be 2 from the 2, 3 points from the 5, or 4 from the 10. High motion far side. They give it to Taylor right up the middle.
There you go.
No answer once again. Ball's loose, but he was definitely across the goal line.
Yeah.
And there's the arms up. Dropped the ball after he got across the goal line. I didn't think it was that close, but they signaled that he crossed on the field, and the 2-point conversion is good. We'll see if Salina elects to challenge this, As we took a look at the replay here in the arena, which they may not really want to show if he didn't get it. 7:46 remaining, third quarter, timeout on the field. We'll be right back. You're listening to Omaha Beef Indoor Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
Football fans, are you an ink fan? Well, stop by and see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location, visit them online, eternalink.biz, B-I-Z today for more information.
Home Matters Construction is the most reliable and best remodeling experience in Papillion, La Vista, Bellevue, and Omaha. What are you remodeling? Basement, bathroom, kitchen? At Home Matters Construction, they can do it all. Go see for yourself at hmcomaha.com. Ready to start remodeling today? Call Home Matters Construction at 402-661-0910. Their staff is waiting and ready to help you. Home Matters Construction, building better.
The HVAC guy you called says your system is shot and needs to be replaced. Get a second opinion. Call Titanium HVAC and they'll tell you whether you actually do need a replacement or just a repair. Titanium HVAC, where honesty and quality come standard.
The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370. The official barbecue of the Omaha Beef.
The two-point conversion by Omaha is under review. Unclear if it's a coach's challenge or the officials elected to take a look at it, but they are looking at it once again. The call on the field was that he crossed the goal line. We did see a replay. It's going to be close, but the question again is going to be, was it inconclusive?
Nah, he crossed. Again, it was like the thing we saw before with Tommy fumbling. It's without a sideline camera, it's kind of tough to review that.
So they announced that the ruling stands, and if you want to be a wordsmith, which you always are, where they say stands versus confirmed, that sometimes means that we just didn't see it, but we're going to let it stay. Yeah. Either way, it's a two-point conversion for Omaha, and they're up by 14. 32-18 with 7:46 to go. Omaha led by 17 in Champions Bowl 7 before Salina came back to win that game by 4. Ortiz puts into play. High kick, it's fielded. 1 yard deep by Brooks. Out to the 5, the 10, and down at the 13-yard line as we're starting to see some hitting now between these two ball clubs. We talked about 3 Champions Bowls in a row between these two teams. We talked about Salina being in 4 in a row. One thing we didn't talk about was the quarterback for Omaha the last 2 years was Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson.
And the one before that, for Salina, was Andrew Jackson. So 3 years in a row, Andrew Jackson was in Champions Bowl, not participating this year. And we see some other players that have gone back and forth between these two teams, like Rashad Pargo now. Back with Salina to finish out this season. First down, Crouch had some contact in midfield. That ball was short. They tried to set up where they found Washington throw the short ball, let him come back across the defender and see if they get the flag. They wanted the flag, did not.
Yeah, that was
definitely
very close.
But I think the defender didn't initiate the contact. That was the key to that no call. Second down and 10 for Salina. They are at their own 13-yard line. They trail by 14. 6.5 to go, period number 3, Champions Bowl 8. Crouch drops back. It's tipped up in the air and falls to the ground. Incomplete. Tamar Hart gets his hands on it. 5'10". He needed all of that out of Olivet College and swats it out of the air. It's third down and 10 for the Liberty. And the crowd's going to come alive and support this defense. Omaha started out this quarter hot, just like they did at the beginning of the game. Salina did respond, but Omaha trying to keep the momentum this time. with their largest lead of the night at 14. It's 3rd down and 10. Crouch has time, bounces around, looks for a man wide open in the end zone. He could have fair caught that. It's a touchdown for Salina.
Wow, I can see why he got so open there. Wow.
Ed Smith Jr., 5'9", 170 pounds, out of Fort Hays State. He was not open. He was wide
Really
open.
Yeah, I didn't.
And that ball hung. And we saw it coming. Like we said, he could have fair caught that ball. Wow.
That was definitely a blown coverage.
Blown coverage, but on target pass to hit the receiver, make it an 8-point game. Kozalski's in to make it a 7-point game. 81% on extra points this season for Jimmy Kozalski. High snap, Brooks gets it down. This one's up, and he cooks that one to the left. Pressure came around the left side for Omaha and maybe distracted him, and he pulled it the opposite direction, and it is no good. The lead remains at 8 with 4:52 remaining here in the third quarter. Omaha 32, Salina 24. Champions Bowl number 8, you're listening to it right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Slides, Burgers and Fries, located at 3505 South 42nd Street in Omaha, Nebraska. It's right inside the Grover Inn. There ain't no sign, but come on in.
Make a statement with Evans Custom Apparel, your go-to destination for all your custom apparel needs and online stores. Proudly family-owned and operated, we offer top-notch screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. Whether you're in the office or on the field, make the change and discover the Evans difference today.
Salina cuts the lead back to 8, Omaha 32. Salina 24, 4:52 remaining here in the third quarter, and during the timeout, it looked like the defensive backs were discussing the last plays.
Yeah, it seemed like they're a little fired up over there. I'm not really sure. Obviously, with some miscommunication back there of some sort because he was so wide open. Instead of getting upset, you just got to go and try to put a solution here and just come back. Don't let it happen again, right?
Omaha with 2 turnovers.
Emotional.
They were early. They were in the first quarter on the first 2 possessions. Salina got one back, so Omaha plus 30 on the season now, but they usually get 3 to 4 per game, and they'd like to get one more, see if they can extend this lead and get a Champions Bowl. Travion Samuel, he's running, but there's a flag in the backfield. He's going to get into Salina territory, but this one will likely come back as Omaha will start now with their worst field position of the night.
Block in the back.
Block in the back on the B from the 15-yard line. And it'll be half the distance, which means they will start at their own 8. Rayshawn Kaiser wants an explanation. They weren't sure who that infraction was on. As they mark off the penalty. 4:42 remaining here in the third quarter. Omaha jumped out in front of the opening play of the game with a ruse to take a 1-0 lead. Had a touchdown. 8-0, and then Salina had the lead. At 9-8. Omaha regained it, has held it ever since. By as many as 14, they're up by 8 right now. First down, dumps it off to Samuel. He gets out to the 15-yard line, picks up about 8. It'll be second down and short.
Tommy gets some pretty good time back there. He's able to go through all his progressions there, come back to backside that hitch.
We mentioned the communication system is down for the officials. I see Salina has only 2 timeouts left, so apparently that extra point was a coach's challenge, and as they upheld it, Salina did lose a timeout, so stick that in the back of your mind as we get in the later part of this game. High motion far side, 2nd down and 2 for Armstrong. Gives Samuel the ball once again. It's complete, another 4 yards, another first down for Omaha.
Omaha's just going to keep taking what Salina's given them. Last drive was the inside zone. Run game was really tough. Now they're playing the hitches.
Couple good, long, steady drives might be just what Omaha needs here in the second half against the Liberty. 2 wideouts to the far side for Armstrong. Taylor lines up in the pistol with Tommy. Samuel on the near side. Samuel and Journey Sloan go in motion. They fake the jet sweep. They give it to Taylor. Straight up the middle. Picks up 2 or 3. So he gets never tackled, but stays on his feet. Pick up a couple yards there. Journey Sloan has been quiet tonight. We have not seen him get any balls his direction. See if they're able to work him back into the offense. Because we have a timeout on the field. Oh, they need a mop on the field. That's never good. I didn't see where that is, but mops on the field usually mean clean up in aisle 3. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. You're listening to Champions Bowl 8 here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Football fans, are you an ink fan? Well, stop by and see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location, visit them online, eternalink.biz, B-I-Z today for more information.
Guardian Window Well Covers protects what you love most. Guardian Window Well Covers manufactures and installs heavy-duty polycarbonate window well covers for basement egress windows. If you are wanting to learn more about Guardian Covers features, cover styles, and cost, visit their website at guardiancovers.com or give them a call at 402-557-0811.
Jeff Sprouse of the Beef cleaning up the mess. I think we finally found what he's good at.
Yeah, there you go.
2nd down and 8 for Omaha. They're at their own 22-yard line, under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter, nursing an 8-point advantage. High snap. Tommy goes up and gets it. Pocket collapses on him, and he is sacked for only the second time in 2023 and loses 3 yards on the play. It started with the high snap.
Yeah, it didn't start from the get-go there at that snap. That's probably what set everything, that bad motion there.
Patrick is back. He's a starting center. He started all 10 games of the regular season at center. He was unavailable for the last contest. We saw some errant snaps in that game, but got back for this one and saw the high snap. It's 3rd down and 11 as we go under 2 minutes here in quarter number 3. Armstrong drops back, empty backfield, wants to pass, has Taylor. It's complete, but it's going to be well short of a first down as it's out to the 24-yard line. They're going to need about 7 more yards, and they're going to send out the kicking crew, I believe, as the door opens. So Omaha will have to kick. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt for Paul Ortiz. He was good for 44 yards last week against Billings, so this is in his range. Armstrong is the holder. Here's a snap, place was down, the kick is up, and it is good! Paul Ortiz from 40 yards away gives the Beef a huge field goal and makes this a 2-possession game. 35-24, that's how big that kick was.
Yeah, he's been lights out all game long.
Wow.
Special teams.
That is a weapon that most teams in the CIF have not had this season. And we talked about all year long, just what a big deal that makes in games, but then what a big deal it can make in a close, competitive playoff game. We've been waiting for that moment, and mark that down, as it makes it a two-possession game, even with these wacky CIF extra point rules. That's a huge kick for Omaha. 1:07 remaining here in the third quarter. Champions Bowl number 8, Omaha 35, Salina 24. First championship game in this arena. Omaha hosted one just a few years ago, 2001, at the Omaha Civic Auditorium against the Tennessee Thundercats.
That's right.
Did not win that game.
Nope.
Only championship you ever won as a coach in Omaha.
What's that?
I says the only coach you ever won as a championship in Omaha.
Yeah.
As James Kerwin was head coach of those Thundercats in 2001. Brooks fields it on the bounce, and he is out towards near midfield. And a good return for Tracy Brooks, as they will start at their own 22-yard line with 59 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Salina, defending champions of the CIF, and it's always hard to knock out the champions. They are champions until they are no more. Omaha wants to do the deed and return the favor, as Salina knocked off the defending champions a year ago, the Tony's Pizza Palace. Crouch, first down. Has a man in the flat. It is complete. He bobbled around before bringing it in, but finally Anthony Love was able to hang on to it. We saw him drop one early on in this game. He picks up 6 yards, be second down and 4. Ball's in Omaha territory at the 21-yard line. Under 10 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll see if they get one more off. And they will not. Time is going to expire here in the third quarter, and we go to quarter number 4. Final 15 minutes, Champions Bowl number 8, Omaha 35, Salina 24. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football and Champions Bowl number 8 right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
JT Auto Body and Restoration in Omaha is one of the premier auto body shops serving eastern Nebraska since 2017. JT Auto Body and Restoration provides the finest auto body service around. They're an independently owned auto repair and restoration shop for any make and model vehicle. They work with all insurance companies and are ASC and ICAR certified. They believe in supplying the highest level of service in all areas of their expertise and will go the extra mile to provide you with that level of service. At JT Auto Body and Restoration, you work directly with owners Jason and Travis. They're fully insured and provide a lifetime warranty on the repairs on your vehicle for as long as you own the car. Visit online at www.jtautobody-and-restorationomaha.com.
At Quality Fence, their name says it all. They're all about quality. Their highly trained professionals have been serving the eastern Nebraska area from Omaha to Lincoln and all places in between for 30 years. Go to qualityfence.net and check out their vast selection of vinyl, wood, ornamental, and chain link fencing. They won't put anything in your backyard that they wouldn't put in theirs. So give them a call, 402-896-9325.
We go to quarter number 4 of Champions Bowl number 8, Omaha Beef, making their 18th playoff appearance in 23 seasons of play. 4 years in a row now. 7-6 in playoff games at home, but 4-1 in this building since it opened in 2012. In fact, that's the last time Omaha lost a home playoff game was to the Wichita Force in 2012 in this building. 2013, excuse me. Time flies.
Yes.
Years get all bunched together.
2012.
Why do you remember that?
Oh, because 2012 was the year of Cadre. Last year of the IFL. That was a fun season.
Good times. All right, final 15 of regulation. As we mentioned, these Champions Bowls have all come down to the final minute of play or less. All 4 of them or all 3 of the previous ones for Salina, including the last 2 between these 2 clubs. Salina trailing by 11. They have the ball, 2nd down and 4 at the Omaha 21-yard line. High motion near side. Crouch drops back. Has a man, but well short is that pass up the dasher board. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. They do this thing going into the 4th quarter. They turn off the lights. They got orange lights and everything, but the lights do not come back quickly in this arena. It's not your YouTubes. Don't adjust the brightness. It's the lights. They'll be back eventually, as it's 3rd down and 4 for the Liberty. They'll swing 2 to the near side, put them in a high motion. They were well off sides, and they'll blow this play dead. Got a couple extra steps. It's going to back them up 5 yards and turn 3rd down and 4 into 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, they're going to be a little stringent on that tonight.
They've let them have the close ones, but that one was obvious. And it'll be 5 yards against the Liberty. Back to the Omaha side of the 25 to the 24-yard line. Opening minute, quarter number 4. Salina moving right to left on your Boomer Radio dial. Defending champion Liberty trailing by 11 into the final quarter of Champions Bowl number 8. 2 wideouts near side. High motion. They stay on sides this time. Here comes a blitz, and he gets hit as he releases the ball. And there's a push-off by the offensive receiver. And it looked like that very well could have been offensive pass interference as they push the defender in the board vulnerably, and he's hurt. As a good shot was taken by Ed Crouch by James Kai Black on that blitz from the linebacker position.
Yeah, he took a real big hit on that wall.
He went up for it, and the wide receiver pushed him in. And that should have been offensive pass interference. Aaron Jackson's arguing with the back judge, not going to get that call apparently. And he hit that wall with assistance, and he's yet to get up.
Who's the player again, Todd?
I can't tell. I haven't seen the number. It's Draco Statham. The leader in interceptions for the CIF. He has 2 early in this game and took quite a shot into that wall. There's no penalty as the officials, once again, Kirk will have a meeting.
Yeah.
Discuss it, talk about it. It's good to see him leaving gingerly but on his own power. Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him. You know, those walls do not move. We've seen that over the years. Don't want to speculate, but it doesn't look like it's in the legs. I'm wondering if he got a rib or something.
He took one in the ribs and one against the wall.
So we'll see if he's able to come back in as we go under 14 minutes left here in regulation. Big loss in the defensive secondary, but it's 4th down now for the Liberty. Nearly offsides, they let it go. Crouch is going to run up on 4th down, finds the marker, gets a 1st down hit in the board. Saves the drive for the Liberty. They'll move the chains.
It's actually a good move there by Salina. That was they've been getting that pass rush all game long, and Crouch just that was designed. He just took off and ran.
Basically a draw outside the pocket. Down to the 15-yard line of Omaha as we approach the 13-minute mark. Salina needs 2 scores as they trail by 11. It's 1st down for the Liberty. High motion near side. Pump fake by Crouch. He's got pressure. Looks in. It's intercepted. It's intercepted. Tamar Bart. Tamar's got it. The 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's brought down. A big interception by Tamar Hart. He dropped back into coverage off that defensive line and gets the 3rd turnover of the night for Omaha.
Yeah, I don't know what Crouch was doing on that. He was running to his left. He threw to his right. He should just kind of cross his body. It's like the no-no for quarterbacks.
Second interception of the season for Hart. As we mentioned, he's a defensive lineman, so he's got to drop back into coverage to accomplish that. And he returns it all the way down to the 7-yard line where Omaha has first and goal. A huge opportunity for the Beef right here with the 11-point lead and 12.5 to go in regulation. Armstrong, empty backfield, trips to his left. They fake the jet sweep. Armstrong keeps it, tries to dive inside, picks up a yard down to the 5-yard line. It'll be second and goal from the 5. Omaha quickly back on the ball, trying to make sure Salina cannot make any substitutions. As they do trips to the near side this time. Little high motion, showed the jet sweep. They hand it off this time. Samuel, he got brought down. Was that a face mask? It looked like he got pulled back. But no, just a high tackle brought down. Picks up a yard.
By the shoulder pad.
Yeah, he got the front shoulder pad. And it'll be third and goal from the 4. A field goal makes it a 14-point game, which is interesting as well. And they fake the jet sweep. Armstrong has it, flag from the backfield as he gets stacked up. We'll see if this is a legal defense, and it is, and Omaha's going to get another shot. And then a very late flag from the back judge. Can't wait to see what this is.
Oh, no, not red.
We have a legal defense, but then a very late flag. And we'll discuss it after we see the call, but we have seen calls from the back judge in previous games. We'll just say they're very interesting. Didn't want to talk about a whole lot, but we'll see what we come up with 11:22 to go here in regulation. There's the legal defense. Then unsportsmanlike conduct is going to be on Salina. Don't know who they got on that. Like you said, number 71, Reggie Patrick, needs to probably make sure he doesn't get mixed up in anything, though, because one more, he's out. So we'll have to see who that actually went on. So they'll mark off a couple half the distance penalties, and Omaha's going to have it at the 1-yard line. And it's going to be first down because of the sportsmanlike penalty. Otherwise, it would have still been third. So Omaha, great opportunity, first and goal from the 1. Armstrong, pistol formation, low snap, gives it to Taylor. He goes outside, he finds the end zone. It's a touchdown for Tobias Taylor. And Omaha is out in front, 41-24. What a big touchdown for Omaha as they make this a 17-point game with the extra point to come. And you wonder if this will be enough. You've seen enough times against Salina where it never seems to be enough. But it's going to take some work from the Liberty now to recover. Ortiz is going to come in for another extra point. As the clock runs down near the 10-minute mark. Kick is up, and Ortiz is good. 10:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Omaha 42, Salina 24. The Beef with their largest lead of the night at 18. So it's been kind of ugly, but we're starting to see kind of what Omaha's been doing all season long. Get a turnover, take advantage of it, points on the board, and just rely on that defense and not do anything too spectacular on offense.
Well, that was a heck of a defensive play, a defensive left end coming all the way across the field to make that interception.
Trying to see, they came to the sideline to talk about that personal foul. I want to see who they got on Salina. We can't tell. So 10:07 remaining. Omaha, the 18-point lead at home in Champions Bowl, looking for their second CIF championship in 3 seasons. After playing 21 years to get their first title. Longest running indoor football team in the United States. First season of play in 2000. 23 seasons played, 24 years. The COVID is the asterisk on that. Next year, year 25. Tracy Brooks fields it 2 yards deep. He's out to the 5, dances outside to the 10, the 15. Looked like a block in the backfield, and it is going to come all the way back as they tackled a defender back there. Brooks gets it out near midfield, but this is going to come way back. Didn't know if they're going to throw that, but flag did finally come out. And the Liberty are going to have a long field with 10:02 remaining here in regulation, trailing by 18.
Yeah, momentum pendulum has definitely swung towards the Beef way in this game so far.
Well, this is kind of what we thought we were feeling in the first quarter, and then the pendulum kind of hit a wall and just quit swinging there for a bit.
This will be the telling drive for the Beef here, or for Salina.
You really feel like the defense could win a championship right here on this drive.
Sure.
Likewise, Salina. We mentioned you could get up to 10 points per possession, so 18 points is 2 nines. Not out of the realm of possibility yet, as you can score very quickly in the indoor game.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
So an unsportsmanlike penalty against Salina. Was that on the hit? So are they not just calling that an illegal block? Are they saying it was unnecessary roughness? Which it may have been. He hit him pretty far and
a little souffle there.
Yeah, a little souffle unnecessarily away from the ball. So an unsportsmanlike call is what was signaled. That's going against the Liberty. End result, Salina's going to have the ball very deep. We're waiting for it to be placed down, but it's going to be at the 5-yard line. Nope, they're going to mark it off half the distance from the 5. So this could be at the 2.5-yard line to start for the Liberty. Crowd's coming alive. They can, well, now they're going to mark it back to the 5. Big.
This couldn't get any worse for Salina here, huh?
Crowd's smelling the blood in the water. As the Liberty need to make something happen right here. Crouch quickly and out on first down. He has a man up the dasher board. It's Tracy Brooks. He's helped out. But there it is, a quick strike, and we know they can make plays quickly. They need a score. Trailing by 18, we're under 10 to go. First down yardage on the carry as there is a gain of 12 on the play. It's out to the 16-yard line. Clock continues to run under 9.5. High motion. Now gets chased around, pressure in the backfield. Crouch gets rid of it, finds a man downfield, hit hard by Trey Dudley-Giles. No, that's Ponce de Leon on the hit, but the reception was made. A nice gain for the Liberty. All the way down into Omaha territory. Found Ed Smith Jr., who's made a couple big plays. Little guy, 5'9", maybe that's how he's getting that wide open.
Now that was a pretty little impressive side move there by Crouch. Getting away from that pressure.
Down to the Omaha 15-yard line, first down for the Liberty, under 9 minutes to go. They stack up the near side, too high out of the slot. Crouch drops back, has time, direction traffic now, has to get rid of it, and throws it into the corner, incomplete. It'll be second down and 10, with the running clock continuing to expire. Omaha 42, Salina 24. Omaha looking for not only their first perfect regular season, but first undefeated, obviously complete season. Capping it off at 12-0 in a Champions Bowl victory. High motion. Here's the rush, and he has to get rid of it. It's incomplete. It'll be third down. Omaha doing a good job on coverage now, showing that bend but not break as Salina's threatening here. And Omaha is fine with letting Salina run a lot of plays and run clock to get those points. The clock is the Beefs' friend right now as we get to the midway point of quarter number 4. Salina breaks the huddle. Play clock's under 10. They're going to have to hurry up. Still trying to set the formation. Play clock's down to 5, down to 4. Puts the men in motion. Gets the snap off. Here comes the blitz. Jay-Sean Washington puts pressure on Crouch, and it's nearly in. No, it's bouncing around. Oh, my goodness. It's a touchdown for Salina. What just happened right there?
Wow.
Aaron Jackson took it off the ground, bounced it up in the air, nearly picked it off, then bounced it up near the seats. And then Washington came down with the ball.
That was unbelievable.
That was unbelievable and might be the miracle Salina needed to stay in this game. Oh, my goodness.
Man, the concentration on Damaris Washington to keep his eye on the ball there, that was crazy.
You'd have to see that one to believe it if you did not. Radio will not do that play justice. Salina will go for the 3-point conversion, trailing by 12. So they spot the ball at the 5-yard line. High motion far side on the tray attempt. Crouch has pressure. Now he's going to dance around, and it's bad out of the air, so the conversion is no good. Huge conversion stop as this will remain a 2-possession game with 6:18 remaining in regulation. Omaha 42, Salina 30. Timeout on the field. We'll be right back. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football and Champions Bowl number 8 right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
GBR Auto Sales and Service is your go-to provider for all your car care needs. They offer a full top-to-bottom in-house service center that not only takes care of all of your car's maintenance and repairs, but they even go the extra mile of picking up your car and dropping it off on any services, provided to take the hassle and stress off of your hands. Let them be your car's official provider and partner to keeping it on the road for a very long time while protecting your investment. Visit them at gbrautosalesandsservice.com or call today at 402-999-8082 to schedule your next worry-free appointment. The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370, the official barbecue of the Omaha Beef.
Slaughterhouse is rocking with 6:18 to go. The fans want to see a title. It'd be the first time in 24 years Omaha would do it at home. Although I'll tell you what, winning them on the road in hostile territory, that ain't bad either.
That's pretty fun.
You know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. That's
Not
pretty
bad
fun.
either. So, but you take them either way you could get them. What an achievement, Haran O'Neal and the Salina Liberty, 4 straight Champions Bowls. We talked about that with him yesterday, and shows the consistency that they've brought to Salina. Him and his coaching staff have been so valuable to the Liberty and the players that he's brought in over his 7 years in Salina. Kozlowski puts it on the tee to give it back to Omaha. We'll see if they try to pop an onside kick or something here. No, he's going to put it up high. Sammy Wells going to have to chase it down. He was playing short. It actually bounces over the wall and out, and that's a good kick for Salina, as Omaha will get it by rule at their own 5-yard line.
Coach Lombardi, we need to matriculate down the field.
That's one of the biggest words I've heard you say, Kirk.
I looked it up.
Going to start under 6 minutes, 5:56 to go. Omaha with a long field, but you talk about that ground game. It's a good time maybe to try to bust out a few of Tobias Taylor and see if you could run some clock. And with the running clock, you can maybe put this game away on this possession.
Yeah, they were getting 5 yards of crack with him that one time, that one drive.
And just like that, they're going to take their time to even get this possession started. The clock was running. Now they've stopped it. Now they'll start it again, along with the play clock. 5:45 and counting. Omaha starts from their own 5-yard line. First down, trips to the near side, too high in the slot. Empty backfield for Armstrong. There it is, handoff to Taylor. Picks up a yard, picks up 2 yards, picks up 3 yards. It'll be second down 7, but the key now is Omaha can run 30 to 35 seconds per play.
Yeah, I would think that you wouldn't want to put Tommy in a position to be throwing the football down here.
The only thing that could beat you now is a turnover or a quick score defensively for Salina. Omaha is in control as we hit the 5-minute mark. Second down and 7. The offense is just watching that play clock. They're going to let it get under 10 at least before they do anything. Armstrong still watching it. Going to let go all the way down to 5. Puts the men into motion. Gives it to Taylor once again. They knew it was coming. They stack them up, no gain, but again, it's not the yards, it's the clock at this point. And it'll be third down and 8 for Omaha. Salina, 2 timeouts remaining. And of course the clock will stop on the 1-minute warning. Mike Tatum sends in the play. Again, Omaha being very deliberate on offense. Empty formation for Armstrong. 2 wideouts in the slot. We'll see. Nope, they are going to throw. Third down and 8. Plenty of time in the pocket. Goes downfield. Has a receiver. It's complete. It's a touchdown. There's Jeremy Sloan. Oh my goodness. And Omaha has struck with 3:50 to go on the long touchdown pass. 42 yards to Journey Sloan, and Omaha is out in front by 18. I believe that's Journey Sloan's first catch of the night, and he made it in a big way. Out of Davenport University, 13th touchdown on the season. His longest was 44 yards. That was real close to the same. Omaha starting to feel that perfect undefeated season becoming a reality. Omaha's going to leave the offense on the field to try and make this a 20-point game with a 2-point conversion. As Omaha uses all their play clock, it calls a timeout. Now the game clock's not running during the conversion because it's inside 5 minutes where that rule changes. So they weren't expiring any more clock there, but a 2-point conversion here makes it a 20-point game, which is still a 2-possession game in this league. But you got to do it with the touchdowns and 4-point conversions from 10 yards out. Omaha on the season on 2-point conversions, 50%. They've attempted 12. They have converted 6. Salina played Omaha as close as anybody this season, along with Sioux City in the regular season. And we again just talked about the epic Champions Bowls during the last 2 previous seasons that went down to the gun. And if you're a B fan, you'll never forget that blocked field goal to win the game 2 years ago. And Omaha's now going to send out the kicker after taking the timeout. But no holder, they're going to try the drop kick for 2 points. So Ortiz puts it on the ground, drops it off the turf, and just like that, that's worth 2 points. And it's a 20-point lead for Omaha. That's the first drop kick attempt for Omaha and Ortiz this year. He made it look easy. We saw Sioux City try a couple with Brandon Stewart earlier this year. And I don't believe anybody's actually made any of those in the CIF from the games I recall seeing. I saw it attempted a few times, but none converted. Paul Ortiz, why not? He's done everything kicking-wise in this league this year. Omaha 50, Salina 30, the second half has belonged to the Beef, and they are 3 minutes and 53 seconds away from their second championship.
Salina's going to need a lot of help and some miracles here.
In that order.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a season Salina did have, though. Again, 4th straight Champions Bowl, but this was, I really believe, probably one of the best coaching seasons for Ron O'Neal. When you look at their personnel, what they started with, they had 2 overtime games in their first 3 contests. Lost at Sioux City in overtime, and then beat Topeka of all teams. Remember that 66-65. Epic back and forth in Topeka. And when you saw them go 1 point into overtime in Topeka, you had bad feelings about Salina. And then, as we said, when the dust settled, this team was 8-2 in that number 2 seed and had that first round bye just like Topeka always does.
Stay in your lane.
Tracy Brooks brings it out to the 10, to the 15, dances around, tried to find that gap, which never materialized. He's brought down at the 17-yard line with 3:44 to go.
You know, it's interesting to say that. Like Salina, you know, it seemed like they lost a lot of guys to different leagues, and it's been a constant change in their roster where it's amazing that the players that Omaha has, and nobody's gone up. Nobody's moved to another league over to IFL. So I'm not sure why, but, you know, because there's some good players who could definitely have an opportunity to do that. So that's been a huge advantage for Omaha throughout the season.
And with the way the seasons are stacked, IFL still got a decent chunk left. Wouldn't be surprised to see a few of these players making that jump for the remainder of 2023. Jamar Hart came off that ball hot. Crouch gave the pass up quickly and found Tracy Brooks. He gets 8 yards out near midfield as the clock's going to go down to 3 minutes. Clock continues to run. Really no urgency from Salina at this point. You can read the body language and decipher it yourself. 2nd down and 2. Ball at midfield. Cowbells are ringing. Crouch drops back. He needs the big play. He has a man in the flat. It's complete down to the 12-yard line. It'll be another first down for Salina. Anthony Love on the reception. 2.5 to go. Salina needs 20 in the next 150 seconds. Back on the ball, 1st and 10. They're at the 12. Crouch in the pistol. High motion to his right. Crouch will step up for the pocket, wants to run. Pocket collapses, and they'll give him those 2 yards as we go under 2 minutes. Nobody's left the slaughterhouse. They're sticking around for the party.
Do you think they'll tear down the goalposts?
I don't know. Kirk might. Minor post game, and they'll be celebrating this championship eventually over at Therapy Bar and Grill, 108th Street between L and Q. Post game hangout for the Omaha Beef. 2nd down and 9. Crouch dancing around, plenty of time. Clock continues to run. Wants to throw in the end zone. He has to throw it away as everybody was well covered, and it's incomplete. And this clock is going to go down to the 1-minute warning. Based on Salina, doesn't look like they're interested in getting another playoff. We've reached the 1-minute warning in Omaha. The Beef are 60 seconds away from championship number 2. We'll come back and take you to the finish line. You're listening to Champions Bowl 8 right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
It is expensive to buy a house right now in Omaha. We know, so you're looking to rent. Smart move, but you need to be smart with who you rent with. You need to check out Crown Property Management for your next rental. Professional property management, not just some landlords owning properties as a hobby. They take care of your issues and are fair and honest. AC goes out, they're on it. Roof leaks, just hit them up. Orange slime coming out of your sewer. We know nobody wants to deal with orange stuff. Find your next property at crownmanagementomaha.com. When looking for your next property, just look for the Crown. The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370. The official barbecue of the Omaha Beef.
You've been listening to Champions Bowl number 8 on KIBM Omaha, 98.5 FM, 1490 AM, and on myboomerradio.com and on the CIF network on YouTube. 60 seconds away from the title and a perfect season at 12-0. Wait a long time these fans have to actually witness it in person. A franchise that started in 2000, played there the old Omaha Civic Auditorium for a lot of years and moved into this venue back in 2013. Omaha looking for their second title in 3 years. Salina trying to avoid 3 Champions Bowl defeats in 4 straight visits. It looks inevitable, but we've seen crazy stuff. I never want to say that. 2 wideouts to each side. They're high in the slots for Ed Crouch. He'll put the slot in motion. Here comes the blitz. They're going to put the pressure on him, and he has to throw it away. Cam Hunt came in hard, unblocked, and put another hit on Ed Crouch. Traditional timing rule stops the clock on the incomplete pass with 56 seconds remaining, but it is 4th down for the Liberty. Looks like Ed Crouch is making a lot of friends with the Beef tonight, though. They're all saying, I assume, a good game early. As they're all talking after that blitz and hit an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
We have a stoppage right here.
Pretty much a foregone conclusion here.
I'm not sure why we're stopped.
Dancing time.
It's dancing time, yeah. Let him enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah.
We got some turf angels going on.
Kirk's dancing.
Kirk's dancing.
I was dancing. That's right.
Oh, we got an injured player. I didn't see him in the end zone.
Oh.
I apologize. Did not mean to ignore that. And that's Washington. I didn't see him go into the wall on that. I just probably threw it away. And the 6'5", 207-pound Demarius Washington, as you would expect, putting effort into the final gun of this game. And you just hope he hasn't done anything injury-wise serious at this point in this game, in this situation. But they're going to help him off the field. They hate seeing that. That's been a dangerous end of the field. As we've seen players getting scraped off of the board on that end all night long for both teams. That's how hard these players have been going at it at this championship hill. Oh, and he's not putting any weight on that ankle. Hope it's not as serious as that appears. So they'll help him off the field. It'll be 4th down for Salina. 4th and 9. 56 seconds to go. As we get things reset here. I haven't seen the commissioner here tonight. Was he down here?
Oh, he might have had an event in Sioux City.
Oh, he might.
He is the mayor.
He is the mayor. That's what I heard. Thought he'd be here, present the championship. I don't know. Maybe he's here somewhere. We'll see.
in the hierarchy of importance.
Yeah, I don't know with the order. 4th and 9, last chance for the Liberty. It's in the corner. It's out of play. It's incomplete, and Omaha's going to get the ball back with 51 seconds to go in the 20-point lead with the championship trophy in the wings. What a night for the Beef. What a season for Omaha. What a season for their fans. So many great stories. Starts with the coaching staff. It starts with Tommy Armstrong coming in. And we all know his college background, but a lot of people don't know he bounced around some of this indoor leagues for a few years. And the thing that changed, did not play last year. He wanted to play for his new young son, who never seen him play, and came back out. Great situation here for him, and obviously a great season that he put on display. He showed he still could play a little bit. You know, we can talk about where this league ranks between all the leagues and all that fun stuff, but bottom line, he's going to lead this team to 12 wins and no losses and a CIF championship.
I will definitely say that Tommy's definitely the MVP.
Oh, there's no
of this
doubt.
team in this league. He is a phenomenal football player, and he's done a great job this season.
Victory formation for the Beef. Armstrong takes a knee. They will only need one more of those. And I'll be honest, even though we know what the stats are, and between these two teams, I would not have expected to be taking knees at the end of the game.
Right.
Just that's not how these games have gone over the years between these two teams. But nothing better than that victory formation, and Omaha has taken one more, and we're going to watch the clock tick down to 0 as the Omaha Beef are going to win Champions Bowl number 8, and the CIF title is coming back home. Omaha 50, Salina 30. And the Beef are 2023 CIF champions. How about that? 3 Champions Bowls between these two teams. Omaha victorious in 2, and Kirk Heyer, as Meatloaf once said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They went wire to wire in 2023. Defeated every opponent that showed up on the schedule, and defeated the defending champion, Salina Liberty, to claim their second CIF championship. We'll come back to the slaughterhouse as Omaha is the new CIF champion in 2023. You've been listening to Omaha Beef Football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Better Bodies, powered by Complete Fitness, is the official health club and fitness center of the Omaha Beef, located at 4117 South 120th Street in Omaha. We are a family-owned business and have been serving the people of Omaha for 30-plus years. Every day we are changing people's lives and making a positive impact on their health. We have the programming, facility, and staff to help you reach your goals. Come in and experience our friendly, motivational, and helpful atmosphere for yourself with no obligation. If you are like hundreds of your friends and neighbors, we know you'll feel great as you start your fitness journey. Visit our website for more information at betterbodies-omaha.com.
At All American Insurance, our local independent agency is committed to providing a personalized consultation to ensure that we're protecting those things that matter most to our clients. We are licensed and experienced professionals, partnering with industry insurance companies and offering a broad range of insurance products. Visit AAIOmaha.com to see everything we have to offer for insurance, or give us a call at 402-932-1500 to get a quote.
Trust your home or business to the licensed and insured electricians at Gateway Electric. They are your go-to electricians for jobs of all sizes, lighting upgrades, new wiring, panel upgrades, and more. Contact Gateway Electric today to get the quality work that you deserve. 402-690-4588 or online at gatewayelectricne.com.
Final score, Omaha 50, Salina 30. Omaha is a Champions Bowl 8 Victor, and the second half, Kirk, was basically what a lot of people thought they're going to see in the first half between these two teams. But again, hats off to Salina. Anytime you have a team of that caliber, team that's got the experience, the team that's got the resume that they have, going to the Champions Bowls over and over and over, they aren't going to just show up for that game.
No, they showed it. I mean, we've seen it happen. It's happened to us. We've seen it happen to a lot of the other teams too. They're a good team, good coach.
And you still have to win the games, Coach. We talked about 2 years ago. Seemed like a similar situation. Salina thought, it was a foregone conclusion they were going to win that. Omaha came in and did the unthinkable.
Yeah.
It could happen on any night. I don't even want to say any given night. It's not that big of an upset that Salina could come in here and take in this game.
Right.
I mean, it's not like they're that big of an underdog.
No.
But, it was Omaha's night and Omaha's season.
Yeah, what a great game for Omaha, especially that second half, that second half kickoff return, and then that one crucial drive where they rode Tobias Taylor, right? That was a physical 5 yards of crack, cloud of dust, and they just set the physical expectation to win this football game.
The Beef, they've set up a stage at the midfield, and they will have the full championship celebrations. They've been waiting 24 years to have this party at home as they're bringing the title back to the Big O here in 2023. And, Coach, you've been around this a lot longer than me, actually, because you've been with this pretty much from the start. Talk about, a lot of these fans. A lot of these fans have been here since day one. A lot of you from the old Civic Auditorium and been through, a lot of frustrating years playoff-wise early in the first 10 or so seasons for Omaha. Yeah. Lots of good teams, but just couldn't get over the hump. Of course, we had the dark years there for about 6 years before this current ownership where, they missed the playoffs 4 times, which, never had happened before. And now Ricky Burt's, hats off to him, too. We can't say enough where he's taken this team since he acquired it in 2019.
Yeah. Right. I think, first you got to be really happy for the Beef fans. They've been sticking through this for 24 years. They've always had these great groups of fans, the meatheads, and all these different things they've done. And they've always supported the Beef. They've always been to every game. They've been to every event, and they've always wanted this home game. This is so they're so excited, and they'll stay here till the lights go out.
And the difference here tonight as Ricky Burtz is bringing the trophy out onto the field for this team, and they celebrate. If you were in Salina 2 years ago, like we said, the two teams had agreed that the opposing team would bring out the trophy at the end. Of course, they weren't expecting Omaha to win, and Omaha literally had to go find it in the box behind the bench, bring it out themselves. It's a different celebration here tonight.
Well, another thing, too, we talk about our great fans we've had over the years. We've had these past couple of years some wonderful, great sponsors have done a lot for us.
Well, Kirk, I'll tell you, what about the voice of the Beef? I think this guy deserves a lot of great credit to my left here.
Yeah, I've won 2 championships, so I think that's a pretty good deal.
Always a great call.
That's the difference.
Always a great call.
I appreciate it.
Always.
And thanks to Boomer. We've been back on the radio after a hiatus of several years, and hats off to Boomer as well. If you are familiar with them, and if you're listening, you obviously are, their ratings have gone up since the last 3 or 4 years. Some of it may be the new management ownership. I'd like to think it's because we're on there. Maybe it's a combination of both, but yes. We've been happy for any Beef fans that we have picked up along the way for joining us, for being on the Boomer Sports Network again. Thanks to the Salina family, Pat Combs, everybody over there, Nick Burris, for making this happen. And as you know, they're not a sports station, and we really appreciate them taking the time. They're community, locally owned, and community oriented, and very happy to do things like this, and we're happy to have those partners. The trophy is out, the confetti is coming down, and the Omaha Beef celebrate their second title in 3 years with a 50-30 victory over the Salina Liberty. Well, we'll see what next year has in store. Off seasons, as we said, are always interesting. You kind of wonder, where's Omaha go from here? If you follow Salina, you kind of wonder the same thing down there. There's a lot of those players, starting to get older, and you wonder what the Liberty are going to do moving forward as well as, they continue to develop that roster and presumably go for their 5th Champions Bowl in a row. So, as we sign off here from Ralston, great night, championship. Final words, Kurt.
Great season. After, all this way, that put the disappointment last year, this is just great.
Congratulations, ownership. Congratulations, coaches, players, defense. What a great win. What a great championship. Congrats.
Appreciate everybody who's listening to us either on the Boomer Sports Network or on the YouTubes or on any of the ways that you, pirated the broadcast. Whatever, we don't care. We're just happy you've listened and joined us in this season. For everybody here with Omaha Beef, Todd Walking Horse, sign off for the last time. Omaha 50, Salina 30. Omaha Beef are CIF champions in 2023. Hope to see you next year. Good night, everybody.
On the count of 3, I need you to please ring your bells for me. Tell the whole world what you come to see. 1, 2, 3.
Omaha Beef, professional indoor football on the Boomer Sports Network was brought to you by Amanda Spencer State Farm, All-American Insurance, The Amazing Pizza Machine, Anybody Supplements, B. Douglas Construction, Beyond Golf, Bright Eyes, Bright Minds, Carps Exteriors, Complete Fitness, Crown Property Management, DBS, Dean Snyder Construction, DG3 Construction, El Caribe, Eternal Tattoo, Evans Custom Apparel, Fazoli's, GBR, Guardian Windows, Home Matters Construction, Horsepower Realty, Hyde Slides, IAMS, Jerseys, JT Auto Body, Kelly Engineering, Last Time Exteriors, Lifestyles, Midwest Poured Walls, Midwest Quality Insulation, Midwest Title Company, Mike Jansen Custom Decks, the Nebraska Apartment Association, OCB Plumbing, OK Omaha Real Estate, Quality Fence, R Mechanical, See the Trainer, South O Roofing, T's Auto and Truck Sales, TO5 Bollywood, The Bullet Hole, The Garage Company, The Pit Barbecue Lounge, Titanium, Tracy's Collision Center, Treat Electric, Universal Bank and Trust, and Universal Trucks.